Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah. You know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and we welcome you into week number 2 of the high school football season here at Collinsville as we get you ready for this one between Collinsville and Centralia. And we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. That location is 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, which, by the way, just went under construction starting this past Tuesday. You can give Dr. McCluskey a call at Chiropractic Works, 618-343-3602, or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 0-1 after their Week 1 loss here to Belleville East last week. Colton Rhodes is the Collinsville head coach. He's in his 4th year and has a record of 23 wins and 10 losses. Centralia, they are 1-0. They are coming off of a win over Salem in week number 1, and their head coach is Brad Guai, and he is in his 5th year and has a record of 17 wins and 19 losses. Well, the Kahawks are looking to rebound after their season opening loss at the hands of Belleville East last week in that 30-15 Lancer win here at Kahawk Stadium. The loss to Belleville East was the third Week 1 loss to the Lancers in as many seasons. Belleville East put up 231 yards of total offense to the Kahawks' 166 yards. The Kahawk special teams almost matched the offense in total yards with 148, plus a punt return for a touchdown. A large chunk of those 148 yards came on that one play, a 67-yard punt return for a touchdown by junior Loyal Patterson in the first quarter. The Kahawks did take a lead in the game in the second quarter when senior quarterback Chase Reynolds scored on a 1-yard touchdown plunge that gave Collinsville a 15-9 lead, but Belleville East scored again before the half to take a 16-15 lead, a lead Collinsville never could overcome. Collinsville did not score again in the game, while Belleville East got a touchdown in each the third and the fourth quarters for that final 30-15 score. The Orphans, they are already in the win column after a 42-35 home win over Salem in week number 1. Centralia got a little payback against the Wildcats after Salem handed the Orphans a week 1 loss last year at Salem, 34-28. Centralia started last year by losing their first 3 games in a row, including a 34-14 loss in the Orphans home opener against Collinsville in week number 2 last year. Salem in that game last week had the advantage in most key stats. That week 1 matchup, the Wildcats ran a total of 64 offensive plays to 43 for Centralia. Salem picked up 19 first downs to the Orphans' 9, and the Wildcats generated 498 yards of total offense to 309 for Centralia. And of Salem's 498 yards of offense, 324 of that came in the running game. A couple of lost fumbles doomed the Wildcats' hopes, and a 21-point second quarter helped prepare the Orphans to that win. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes. We will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahawk Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joel Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft-wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Week number 2 of the high school football season is here. Collinsville at home for the second week in a row. And tonight, the Centralia Orphans come to town. And joining us now is Colton Rhodes, fourth-year head coach for your Collinsville Kahok football program. Week number 1 versus Belleville East. Thoughts on the 30-15 loss?
Man, we played a pretty tight game for the first, 3-ish quarters there, and then even at the end, we had a chance there to score and then possibly get the ball back with an onside kick and being down one possession game. Offensively, we had a really tough showing on first down that led us to get behind the chains a lot. So we were just playing second and long all night long. So that was really tough for us because, there's only so many plays you can call on 2nd and 10 and 3rd and 10 that you can be successful with, and we were in that every single situation. So hopefully we can fix that and be better on first down offensively. I thought defensively did a good job. They let up a couple of explosive plays that hurt us and gave up some of their points. Special teams was a bright spot for us, though. Made a good kick return, had a punt return for a touchdown, onside kick recovery. I was glad that we spent so much time working on special teams, and it really showed in week 1. But we just got to get the offense on track with the special teams, and the defense just not give up as many big plays.
All right, speaking of defense, Michael Tonge picked up where he left off last year, led in solo tackles, assists, had a quarterback sack. Devin Hammermill is the beast that he always is, 6 total tackles, a quarterback sack, and an interception. So the defense looked pretty solid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we made a lot of good plays when we needed to. Like I said, there's just a couple slip-ups in coverages or just missed assignments that led to them having those big plays. So the quicker we can get the mental side of the game matching up with our physical side of the game, I think that means our defense is going to be pretty stout. We just got to align all of that together. But I'm still happy with their performance. I know we gave up 30 points, but offense put them in a bad position a lot of the night too.
All right, so offensively, Belleville East didn't register a quarterback sack, but, man, that D-line gave your O-line fits and had Chase Reynolds scrambling all night long.
Yeah, they have 2 really good guys, and they sent 5 guys in pressure on us all night. So every single one of our linemen had their own man to block, and then if we had kept the running back in to help, he could help. But otherwise, if it was a 6-person route, it was 5-on-5, and we struggle with their guys, and there's no discredit to our guys. Their guys are really, really good. They're probably the best group of D-line that we'll face this season. So I think our offensive line is going to really show up and step up tonight and show everybody that they can be capable. And I think Chase is going to do a better job of staying in the pocket and not just immediately leaving the pocket at first sign of pressure. He'll be able to step up a little bit, make some more plays, staying in the pocket.
All right. You mentioned the special teams, the onside kick recovery, which I thought was brilliant. But that Loyal Patterson 67-yard punt return, those are always so much fun to watch.
Yeah, he had me a little worried there. I wasn't sure he was going to outrun everybody to get to that sideline, but sure enough, he did, and it was a pleasure to watch. And we had guys going downfield blocking the punter for us and just sealing it up for him just to give it to us. So I was really happy with the way we set it up. And I mean, in all honesty, we were actually trying to block the punt, so we didn't really set up for a return. So he made all those guys miss, and our guys hustled back and made some great hustle plays to set up some blocks for him. And it was special to watch, and I was happy. Loyal had a really good first game of the season. That was something we needed somebody else to step up, and Loyal did that week 1, so love that.
Yeah, and he also got 81 return yards on kickoffs. I figured after they watched him score on a 67-yard punt, they wouldn't kick it to him anymore, and they just kept on kicking it to him.
Yeah, same. I agree. I'm not expecting Centralia to kick it to him tonight. He's going to be back there. If they kick it to him, great. But I'm expecting some short kicks tonight. So that's what we've been practicing and preparing for all week. But yeah, Belleville East wanted to keep kicking it over that right corner every time. We were just going to put our best guy back there and say thanks. But he did a great job.
All right, let's one more question about last week, and we'll move on to this week. How did we come out of week number 1 injury-wise? We okay?
Yeah, there's a couple boo-boos here and there, but that's kind of football. That's life right there. So nothing major, nothing too concerning that we're worried about for the rest of the season. So pretty happy with the way week 1 ended in the injury front.
All right, Centralia coming into town tonight, and they're coming in here after a big win over Salem. So I'm sure you've watched the game tape on that particular game. So what did you see that you can use?
Offensively, they'll spread the ball around a lot. They love to throw the ball to number 6. He's their best receiver type. And then they love to run like a GT counter, which is one of our favorite run plays as well offensively. So we should be pretty well prepared to stop it since they've seen it all summer long in practice that we're running against them. But defensively, they love to pressure, especially when you get in the red zone and on third downs. They'll be sending a lot of heat, and especially probably after watching last week and the way we handled pressure and heat in the pocket, I expect them to be blitzing, walking up those linebackers, or blitzing their outside linebackers off the outside. But we have a lot of stellar athletes, so when they bring that pressure, they like to go man coverage underneath it. And I really like the fact that I think our guys against their guys, I think our guys have a leg up in that department.
All right, I didn't get to watch any game film. I just went by what I saw on print. But what surprised me was, well, not only that they won, but the way they did it, because Salem outgained them in total yards. They had more first downs than Centralia did. They had more plays than Centralia did, but yet Centralia won the game.
Yeah, so Centralia had a big kick return for the touchdown in the first quarter, and then they had a 99-yard fumble return. So Salem had the ball on the 1-yard line. They went for a QB sneak, and the QB fumbled it. Some guy scooted out of the back of the pile. Centralia just basically jogged 99 yards for a touchdown with the ball in his hands. That was the big plays that Salem ended up getting stabbing themselves in the foot with that hurt them. So I still think Centralia is a really good team. They're going to be a tough fight for us tonight, but I also really like our chances and the way our guys are going to come out and respond.
All right, speaking of your guys coming out and respond, what do you want to see in that response?
Yeah, hopefully we kind of clean up our simple mistakes that we happened early on. I know it's week 1, but those mental mistakes really, really slowed us down and hurt us. And then secondly, I just think that I want our guys to show some sense of urgency in their play style tonight. There was times last week where we were trying to hurry up and go quick, and I know it was week 1, we're tired, but we got to get those brains working and ready to roll. It's Friday night, and you only got 9 of them. We only got 8 left, so hopefully we're ready to roll for this one.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
As Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach, will take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Starters and stats. We have all that and more coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had the surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium, about ready for some Week 2 football action between Collinsville and the visiting Orphans of Centralia High School. It is senior night here at the stadium for all the seniors in the band as well as the football players, but we typically do not carry senior night during the football season because there's just so many of them. There was probably about, well, I know for a fact there's 22 seniors on the football team, where there was probably just as many in the band as there were. So you're talking about 40 to 45 kids, and that takes a while. And, we've got to do a pregame show that's sponsored, so we couldn't get that done for you. We apologize for that, but it is senior night. And we hope you are settled in and are ready for a little football. Here are your starters for Collinsville. We are still waiting the coin toss, so we don't know if we're going to get the ball first or if Centralia is going to get the ball first. But here are your starters. We'll start with the defense. Defensive down linemen, the three of them up front. Montre Kroom, 5'9", 200-pound senior. Ja'Cory York, a 5'11", 275-pound sophomore. And Aiden Jordan, a 6'4", 190-pound senior. Your linebacking core, four of them. John Thomas, 5'9", 170-pound junior. Devin Habermel, 6'2", 235-pound senior. Michael Tonge, 5'11", 165-pound senior. And Rome Richardson, the 6'2", 160-pound senior. And your four defensive backs, Amari Rogers-Parrott, 5'11", 170-pound senior. Jamonte Thomas, a 5'11", 160-pound junior. Romel Bollinger, a 5'10", 160-pound senior. And Chase Reynolds, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. Your offense includes Chase Reynolds at quarterback, Jamonte Thomas at running back, Amari Rogers-Parrott at wide receiver. Another wide receiver is Matt Reynolds, a 5'11", 160-pound junior. Loyal Patterson, the 5'10", 150-pound junior. And Devin Habermill up front. The offensive line consists of Quincy Johnson, 6'2", 280-pound junior. Ellis Kircher, a 6'1", 300-pound senior. Caden Hearn, a 6'1", 280-pound senior. Zach Howe, a 5'10", 230-pound senior. And Jack Shepard, a 6'2", 290-pound senior. By the way, that ran from left to right. So left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. And your special teams handling the kickoff returns will be Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson. The punt returns will be Loyal Patterson. And your kicker and your punter is Matt Reynolds. One more timeout coming your way, and we'll be back in just a moment with some stats and the opening kickoff. And we'll do that after this timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans. And he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. Got to press the button here so you can see pictures and stuff. As I put on my headsets, my glasses got knocked off my head and I couldn't see anything. All right, so excuse me. Those of you that were with us last week, you know we had some problems with the Huddle camera. We did have a call in and had a conference call with Huddle on Wednesday morning, and they tapped into the camera and did some updates and some adjustments. So everything should be okay, except for the fact that I asked them to raise the vertical on that camera that shows the clock, because the top of the clock is cut off, and they have not done that for me yet. So hopefully we'll get that taken care of before we return home here in a couple of weeks. All right, so your Collinsville Kahawks are 4-2 versus Centralia. Their first ever meeting was week number 1 of the 1935 season. The Orphans won that one by a score of 14-0. The first win for the Kahawks over the Orphans was a 21-20 win in 1957, and the teams have met the 3 previous straight seasons, with Collinsville winning all 3, 59-21 here at Kahok Stadium in 2021, 35-31 at Centralia in 2022, and 34-14 at Centralia last year. And last year, Collinsville put up 390 total yards of offense versus Centralia. Joining us on the other microphone, none other than Dr. Chris McCluskey. How are you, sir?
I'm good. We need to get our picture, buddy.
I know. We're going to do that right now.
Honestly, I haven't been this excited about a football game in a long time. I was so proud of our guys last week. They had their hands full with the physicality of Belleville East, and I really think these guys are going to come out and play hard and give us a show tonight.
Yep. All right, those of you chatting in here, I thought I had that turned off, and when I did my test stream, apparently it went back to the original, so you guys can chat. But I'm already having to remove people because you're talking about things you don't need to be talking about on my chat during a high school football game. So please refrain, or I will block you.
Everybody be kind.
Yes.
Be kind. We're out here to support both teams. What a beautiful night, huh, here
Sure
at
is.
Kahok Stadium. Packed stadium. Coach Colton Rhodes has really changed the culture of Kahok football. Brings out the community, all the students. And what a great atmosphere here tonight at Kahok Stadium.
Yes, it is. Senior night, beautiful weather. I brought a sweatshirt with me because you know when the sun goes down, I'm going to get cold.
That's why I wore my boots and jeans,
I
Todd.
always wear my jeans. I don't own boots. Anyway, we are glad that you are with us, and we're about ready to go. Collinsville won the opening coin toss, and they will receive. So you'll see the Collinsville offense out there first. Collinsville decked out in all of their purple and a little white trim, and numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys are in white. Centralia, they're here in the all-white uniforms. They are trimmed in red, helmets in red, and the numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys are also in red. And we are just about underway. Caden Taylor is the kicker for Centralia. He is a 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. And back deep for Collinsville, you have Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson. This time it looks like Patterson's playing on the near side.
Maybe we'll try to trick them, right?
All right, that's Xavier Koch kicking off then. He is a wide receiver. They only have one kicker on their roster, so I figured I got that right.
Hopefully he kicks it to Loyal Patterson.
Yeah.
That young man is electric.
Yeah.
Looks like he's lining up to kick it the other way.
All right. And we are underway. And that one might have gone out of bounds, but Matt Reynolds picks it up at the 20-yard line and brings it out to about the 28-yard line before he is finally brought down. So maybe the Orphans saw that game film last week and said, we're not going to kick it to number 85.
That's probably a pretty good guess, Todd. This, like I said, Loyal is electric, but Matt Reynolds is no slouch, as we say, right? He's got some speed too, so we got some some really good return men.
Chase Reynolds is the quarterback, 9 for 22 last week, 57 yards and 1 interception. He scored a touchdown on the ground, but did not get one through the air. His lone running back is standing over his right shoulder, and that is a little off wide receiver spot carry by Loyal Patterson. Patterson gets about 2 yards. Running back, Jamonte Thomas only had a couple of carries last week for 1 yard. Chase Reynolds had the bulk of the carries. He carried the ball 19 times for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. Patterson, the wide receiver, had the most yardage, and he only had 2 catches. He caught 2 passes for 28 yards, and Collinsville did not score a touchdown through the air. So the Cahoks face a 2nd down and 8. We're just underway. Got a big fire brewing over here on the south side of the field.
Somebody's roasting hot dogs.
I guess. That's a lot of black smoke. And now a fire truck's just made it onto the scene. So that's much worse than a hot dog, sir. A carry there by Jamonte Thomas. And he gets it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Cahawks.
Yeah, nice play by number 1, Will Stanton out of Centralia. He really met our running back head on and stopped that play short. So an early 3rd down here for your Cahawks.
Sure is. Patterson will line up as the wide receiver over on the far side. Rogers Parrott and Matt Reynolds over here on the near side. Thomas once again, the lone running back. In shotgun is Reynolds. He goes back to pass. He looks. He throws. He's got Parrott open. And the last second move by Amari may have got him the 1st down, and it does. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, great ball by the quarterback, Chase Reynolds. Nice quick 3-step drop. Delivers a strike out in the flat, and that's going to be good for your first Kahok 1st down.
So that's nice to see. Yeah, that fire started off pretty small. We noticed it over there about a half hour ago. Now there's just big black smoke billowing all over. This time Reynolds and Patterson lined up on the left side. Amari Rogers Parrott over here on the right. And the snap man back to pass is Reynolds. He throws the ball down the field, and tell you what, Amari Rogers Parrott had to do a defensive back move there as that ball was a little underthrown, and better opportunity there for Cruz Jackson of the Centralia Orphans to catch that ball.
Yeah, a little incidental contact. You'd like to see that ball up in the air over to the sidelines. Cruz Jackson, a great athlete out of Centralia, and Centralia gets a nice breakup on that to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Kahawks.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Collinsville. Ball on their own 40-yard line. And once again, Reynolds in shotgun. Thomas is off to his left, and that's the way that Reynolds will go. He'll carry the ball, follow his blocker in Thomas, and he'll get some pretty good yardage. Got about 8 on the play, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and a much manageable 2. Another fire truck and another ambulance shows up. There's something going on over there.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's okay over there. Nice play by the quarterback, Chase Reynolds. You know, he's dangerous on the ground, right? You know, he wants to stay in the pocket, try to find his receivers, but he can scamper, and that was a nice pickup for the Kahawks.
Yeah, he had no other choice in the scamper last week. Belleville East, their line was all over him.
Yeah, we mentioned it before, but their physicality was pretty impressive.
2 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. Again, Thomas remains the lone running back, and the snap and will go to Thomas, and Thomas will bring it up the middle, and he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes flying in from the head referee here, and that's usually a holding call.
Yeah, and you hate to see that on just a short run play. It's hard to hold a guy with the action that quick, but that's what they're going to call.
Yeah, looks like it.
Probably a back coming in to try to lead block. Now, honestly, I would decline that if I was Centralia, but they're going to take it.
Oh, yeah, well, you move them back 10 yards, and why not? It'll make it a 3rd and long, and instead of a 4th and 2, which you know Collinsville probably would have went for.
Well, with Coach Colton Rhodes, you're probably right. So maybe a wise move by Centralia.
Yeah.
But traditional or conventional football wisdom would say decline it and give them a 4th down and punt it.
Coming up on 9:15 left to go. We'll try to do a good job of telling you how much time's left because I know the tops of those numbers are cut off by that camera. Hopefully by the next home game we'll have that fixed. Here is Reynolds in shotgun once again. He'll go back to pass. He's looking. Now he's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to pick up some positive yardage, get some of that back. Got about maybe 8 of that back, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5.
4th down and 5. Offense is still on the field. You'd think we would punt here, but Coach Colton Rhodes is thinking about it. He's got Chase Reynolds coming over. I think we're going to go for it, Todd.
So 4th down and 6
about it.
After they spotted the ball, so trying to draw them off sides would not get you the 1st down, but it'll get you 1 yard closer if that was the thought process.
Well, and this is where your offensive line's got to be disciplined, right?
Yeah, and our punter is lined up as a slot receiver over there on the far side. That's Matt Reynolds. Patterson over on the far sideline. Rogers Parrott over here on this sideline. And Rome Richardson is the lone running back, and it looks like we're going to take a timeout and talk about this one and probably come away with a punt. So we have a timeout to take. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds or so after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. And we are underway here. 9:01 left to play here in this opening quarter. Collinsville still in control of the ball after taking the opening kickoff. So they have had the ball for 3 minutes and are facing a 4th down and 6 from their own 44-yard line. And they have not decided to punt it. They're going to go for it. Rome Richardson is the lone running back. Here's the snap. Reynolds is going to roll and pass, and he's going to have a catch by Amari Rogers-Parrott for the 1st down into Orphans territory. 1st down, Kahawks.
Man, what a gutsy call by Coach Colton Rhodes, believing in his offense. Nice ball by senior quarterback Chase Reynolds. 1st down, Collinsville.
Second 1st down of this drive. And the Kahawks continue a nice drive here on the opening possession. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near, 1 lone running back. Reynolds in the shotgun, back to pass again. He is looking, and he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw toward the sideline, and he overthrows everybody. That was intended for Devin Habermill and overthrew him and the defensive back covering him.
Man, he had Devin Habermill wide open, but number 15 for Collinsville,
Matt Reynolds
was sort of 10 yards deep, and I think Chase didn't really know who to throw it to. Collinsville missed an opportunity there, but good news, Chase put it out of the reach of the defenders, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Collinsville in enemy territory.
Yeah, he was running out of room over here on this near sideline and had to kind of hop and throw at the same time. That probably threw the ball off a little bit. 2 wide receivers over here on the short side. Amari Rogers-Parrott goes into motion, gets the flip from Reynolds, and he's going to have a first down and a little bit more all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Man, nice blocking by Kahawk's offensive line. We run Rogers-Parrott in motion, and he just turns north and south. Good for another first down.
3rd first down of this drive, 8:24 and counting left on the clock here in this opening quarter. Collinsville breaks huddle. Don't waste a lot of time in the huddle. And Reynolds and Rogers-Parrott line up over here on the near side. Loyal Patterson on the far side. Rome Richardson over the left shoulder of quarterback Chase Reynolds. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. He's got some room, and he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They'll put him down at about the 10.5.
Great run by Rome Richardson. Touchdown saving tackle by number 9, Cavaleric Bratton out of Centralia. He kept 6 points off the board for his Orphans.
Rome Richardson had 7 carries last week for 13 yards, so he had more carries than anyone not named Chase Reynolds. Here's the snap. Another handoff goes to Richardson, and Richardson's going to go in for a touchdown.
Rome Richardson absolutely trucks number 7, Jace Bramier from Centralia. Rome was not going to be denied. Good for 6 for Collinsville.
Nicely done there, Kahawks. Opening drive. Took it all the way down the field. Took some time off the clock as well. And now Matt Reynolds is on for the extra point with Chase Reynolds, the holder.
Man, nice to see Collinsville's offense with a nice sustained drive, right? Defense is going to be
bad
fresh.
snap, and they finally get it down, and boom,
Get out of here. No way.
That went through.
Wow, that's tough to do. Normally on a fumbled snap, you pick the ball up and try for 2, but was that Chase Reynolds on the hold?
Yeah, Chase Reynolds on the hold.
He got it together, and that's good for an extra point. Collinsville up 7-0, 7:48 left in the first.
We'll be back in just a moment. Orphans will get the ball first when we return on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry out with the Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville, open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Back here at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke is my name. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Matt Reynolds due to kickoff after Collinsville stakes themselves out to a 7-0 lead. And back deep, Mike Brown for the Centralia Orphans. And Reynolds will put a boot into it and send it back. And on the move is Brown. He'll take it at the 8, drop it, has to pick it up and start his run. And he does, gets up to about the 15-yard line. And he is finally brought down, and another nice tackle there by none other than Michael Tonge, man.
Senior.
He led the team all of last year in tackles. He led the team last week in tackles, and he makes a big one there on the kickoff to the Orphans.
We don't call him Big Mike for nothing, right? Senior
That's
Michael Tonge having nothing to do with it.
All right, now we will get a look at the freshman quarterback for Centralia, and when you look at this kid, you will say he's a freshman. That is Archie Guwai, and Archie comes in at 6'2", 210 pounds.
Well, that's a sizable freshman.
Sure is.
You got to love a quarterback named Archie.
Yeah, I said the same thing when I saw his name. I'm like, that has Manning written all over it.
You got it.
Yeah. And a man comes into motion, and the handoff will go to the running back, and that, I believe, is Keaton Morgan. Morgan rushed for 13 times last week for 79 yards and had 3 touchdowns. As I mentioned, lots of running for Centralia last week.
Yeah, and they're going to
725.
have trouble with that tonight because our linebacking core is just top-notch. Montre Kroom had penetration all the way, although it looks like we've got Montre lined up at a defensive end position at this point.
Julian Martinez lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Kenny Bratton over here on the near side. And a snap and a throw and a completion. That's Xavier Koch, and Koch gets thrown down like a sack of potatoes getting offloaded off the produce
flag
truck.
on that?
That they did.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know, but that was going to go against Aiden Jordan, 6'4", 191-pound senior, and he'll come off the field after that one. Coaches will talk to him about that and say, just tackle the guy. Don't pick him up like a sack of potatoes off the produce truck.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm old school, Todd. I don't get it. There's nothing malicious there. You got to get a guy to the ground. But at any rate, it's going to be good for a first down for Collinsville.
Sure is.
Anyway,
First
looks
down
like
for
Kroom is
Orphans.
lined up at defensive end. This is a new set for Collinsville. Who's 32? That is Rome Richardson. Okay, is in the backfield as a linebacker tonight. So keep an eye on this new defensive set for Collinsville.
Yeah. Rome Richardson is on the linebacker starting list that I have, and a keeper by Gouet, and I don't know if that was a busted play or not. That didn't look good at all, but he goes down, and he's going to lose about 5 yards on the play.
That was called penetration is what that was called. Collinsville, a host of Collinsville defenders were in the backfield. Nice display of sportsmanship out of Montre Kroom. He helps his opponent up, slaps him a high five, says, good job, let's get back at it.
Yeah, that's going to bring up a second down, and, well, he said it was only a loss of 13, so second down and 13, 35-yard line is where the ball is.
It's a long 13, Todd.
Will Stanton, who was not listed as touching the ball last week on offense, is in there as a running back. 3 wide receivers over here on this near side. Looking down the middle is Gouet. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be a load to bring down, and a nice little shoestring tackle there by Devin Habermill kept him from getting the first down.
Yeah, inside linebacker senior Devin Habermill, a Division I commit to Northern Illinois University, stayed home and saved a first down for Collinsville. Brings up a pivotal 3rd and short 5, maybe a long 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4, ball on the 44-yard line. Big third down play here early on in this game for the Collinsville defense.
Yeah, how about a stop in the backfield here, huh?
Stratton again lines up as the lone running back. 3 wide receivers on the left side of the formation, 1 on the far side. Gouet in shotgun. He'll go back to pass. He looks down the middle, throws it down the middle, and it skips, and it was intended for Julian Martinez, but he short threw it, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Centralia.
I tell you, it's a good thing he short threw it because Devin Habermill was right there waiting. If that ball was in the air, that is an interception out of Habermill.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like Centralia is going to bring out their punt team.
That is Keaton Morgan, who will go back to punt for Centralia. He had 3 punts last week for 104 yards. He averaged about 35 yards per kick. Loyal Patterson had a 67-yard punt return for a touchdown last week against Belleville East, and he is back near his own 20-yard line. Here's the snap. And that was almost blocked.
It was blocked, I think.
That goes straight up into the air, and a nice catch over there by one of the
I think
Colton Rhodes.
I think that ball was blocked. I don't know if Tange or Kroom got a piece of that, but that ball was definitely deflected.
Colton Rhodes made the fair catch on the sideline. When I interviewed him for the pregame show, he said he wasn't feeling that great today. He's a little under the weather, but I'm sure he's over that by now.
Yeah, Coach Colton would give everything he's got for these kids, and he's so far looks like his game plan's working out. It's early in the game, but it's a good start.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10. Kahawks, their second possession starts near midfield at the 46-yard line. 2 wide receivers far, 1 over here on the near. Back to pass is Reynolds. Reynolds rolls out to his right. He's looking, he's throwing, and he threw it right behind Devin Habermill. Had to reach out there with that right hand and couldn't make one of those one-handed grabs.
Yeah, Habermill was open. Chase was on the run, just threw it a little bit behind him. But good idea, and I like what I see out of Kahok offense so far.
Yeah, not bad. Little mix of play calling there, some runs, some passes. I'm sure that Chase Reynolds feels a lot better not getting all that pressure that he got last week because Belleville East was all over him.
Boy, he was on the run, wasn't he?
He was. They never did sack him last week, but he was on the run most of the night.
Yeah, only an athlete as good as Chase Reynolds. Got an equipment issue?
Yeah,
or-
Rome Richardson's going to have to come out. And they're going to go ahead and bring back in Jamonte Thomas, and he got a little piece of advice from Colton Rhodes before he went out there. Play clock hasn't even started yet. Police, fire, and ambulance still on the scene over there, but I don't see any more smoke.
Right. What do you think he told Thomas? Block.
Yeah.
Block.
Yeah. Chase is going to keep it, so you just block for him. Sideline warning.
Sideline warning on Centralia.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't see anything.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if players or coaches.
Yeah. All right. All three wide receivers lined up over here on the near side sideline. Quick throw to Amari Rogers-Parrott. He'll get a little bit of a run. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and he's still on his feet all the way down to the 30-yard line. Nice job in the open there by Amari Rogers-Parrott as he had to get through a bunch of cones.
Yeah, you know, we've got athletes. I love getting the ball to athletes in space out in the flat. 2 missed tackles out of Centralia. Collinsville going with a no huddle. Here we go.
Here we go. 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks threatening again. Here's a keeper by Chase Richardson, and he'll dive across the line of scrimmage and pick up about 3.
Chase Reynolds on the quarterback carry. Looked like a design play.
Sure was.
That'll be good for positive yardage for Collinsville. Now it looks like we'll go back. Now still going with no huddle. Coach Colton Rhodes calling in the play from the sidelines. Now we're going to huddle.
Lights have not taken effect yet, but the sun has dipped below the horizon on a very comfortable night here in the Midwest. Reynolds in shotgun again, and here comes Matt Reynolds in motion, but the handoff is going to go to Thomas. He tries the left side. He's got a little bit of room. Hey, takes a tackler with him, and I think that might be just enough for a first down or might be just a little short.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice spin move. He met a defender about 3 yards into Centralia's secondary, does a spin move, and comes up just shy of the first down.
Yeah,
looks like they're going to mark it half yard short.
Yep. So 3rd and short. Rome Richardson checks back in. Jamonte Thomas heads to the sideline.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a Chase Reynolds keeper here just to get the first down, then maybe take a shot.
Loyal Patterson lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Rogers-Parrott and Matt Reynolds over here on the near side. Thomas stands over the right shoulder of Chase Reynolds, who's in shotgun. Here's the snap. Reynolds is going to go back to pass. Looking for Habermill and overthrows him again.
Oh, he's wide
was.
open. Habermill was wide open in the end zone. I think Coach Colton Rhodes went with the dipsy-do. Everybody thought we would run. Centralia was blitzing, and Chase just overthrew Habermill.
Habermill's like, man, that's the 3rd time you've missed me
Oh,
now. Can you please
man.
get that on target?
A little more
Throw
air
it
under
right
the
at
ball.
the number 9 on my
A
chest.
little more air under the ball, Chase. Now, Collinsville looking for their interior line to come up big because we just need about a half a yard.
Yeah. Thomas stays in, this time over the left shoulder of Reynolds. And all kinds of movement in the back there. Habermill will go over as a tight end on the left side, and it's going to be a keeper by Chase Reynolds, and he definitely has enough for a first down, so that'll keep the drive alive.
Ooh, that should have been a penalty. A little bit of extracurricular activities out there, but all is good and well. Collinsville first down. Nice call out of Colton Rhodes. A little bit of a offensive shift. Chase had about 4 lead blockers on that run.
That's why everybody moved over to the left side.
Now you got to go back to that play for Habermill.
Yeah.
Right?
Habermill lines up as the tight end again on the left side. One receiver over here, Rogers-Parrott, is the only one in kind of in a slot position. Rolling out is Reynolds. He's going to throw it into the corner of the end zone and off of the hand of Rogers-Parrott.
Just
and
overthrown
Chase is just
again.
a little bit off on his throws.
Yeah. He's going to dial it in. He's right there. He's just a few inches too far on these throws. And
probably all that excitement, man. He's just excited.
I like the way our receivers are getting open, though.
Yeah.
Habermill was wide open on the left. We had an open receiver on the right. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go right back to it.
2:55 on the clock. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Collinsville can get a first down at the 7-yard line. And Reynolds back in shotgun once again. Here is the snap, and Reynolds is going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He has some blocking, and then he puts on a spin move himself and gets just inside the 10 to about the 9, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a short 2.
Yeah, that's nice positive yardage out of Collinsville. Credit their offensive line. I had a hunch our offensive line was going to have a good night tonight because they were challenged so much last week. And though Centralia comes with a talented defensive line, they're nowhere near what Belleville East was.
Camera problems appear to be fixed. Had a conference call with the people from Huddle on Wednesday, and they did their magic, and lo and behold, we don't have any problems.
Nice
Knock on
work,
wood.
Todd. Nice work.
Yeah. Reynolds in shotgun once again. He's going to hand the ball off to Rome Richardson, and Richardson's going to get met at the line of scrimmage and not get much farther. That'll bring up a 4th down. Matter of fact, he lost a few yards, a lot of yards actually. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6.
Wouldn't be surprised if we kick it here.
I wouldn't either. Matt Reynolds is the kicker, and he's coming on, but that doesn't mean anything because he's also a wide receiver. And, you know, Chase Reynolds is the holder, so he'll stay out there for punt situations as well, or field goal situations as well.
Reynolds has got plenty of leg. You know, the offense is moving the ball.
Well, they're going to go for it.
No, we're going.
Unless they're going to try and draw him off sides, which I still don't think is going to get him a 1st down. Might be a little bit short, but we'll find out. Reynolds in shotgun. Has Thomas to his left, and he's going to roll out to his right. On the move. Reynolds, he's going to throw, and it's got knocked out of Amari Rogers Parrott's hands at the last minute by Cruz Jackson.
Yeah, nice scramble. There's an all-out blitz by Centralia. Chase was on the run. He delivers a strike. Nice bat-away play by Cruz Jackson.
Sure was. Got that hand just inside and poked that ball right out of there. That'll stop the clock with 1:21 left, and the Orphans, they are probably very happy that that happened because Collinsville turns the ball over. 1st and 10 for Centralia from their own 12-yard line.
Yeah, Collinsville's defense is fresh, though. The offense has been on the field most of the first half. So look for Collinsville's defense to wreak some havoc here.
Mike Brown is the running back behind Gouet. And here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Brown, and he busted around to the left-hand side and got some positive yardage before he ran right into John Thomas.
John Thomas was waiting, wasn't he?
He sure
set
was.
up, got a low center of gravity, and nice. Not really an open field tackle, but it was definitely a one-on-one tackle out of Thomas.
Gain of about 4 brings up 2nd down and 6. 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks could very well be up 14-0 if they would have gotten that 1st down. Here's the snap, and again a handoff to Brown. He tries the right side this time and has a little bit of luck, but not as much as he had the last time, a modest gain of about 2. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, Collinsville's pursuit is just really out of this world right now. Our linebacking core, you know, our defensive line is standing their offensive line up, and our linebackers are cleaning up the mess.
Down to 25 seconds left, and they don't have to run a play if they don't want to because the play clock has got 25 seconds on it right now. And we'll see if Centralia just wants to wait this out and head to the 2nd quarter and go to the other end of the field. That's exactly what it looks like they are going to do. So we have a timeout as we have reached the end of quarter number 1. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Back with the 2nd quarter in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium. We're on the campus of Collinsville High School. First 2 games of the year have been right here on this field. Next week, we hit the road for the first time this year as we head to Carbondale. Collinsville only has 4 home games this year, and this is the 2nd one, so only 2 more left after tonight. A little Cotton Eye Joe going on there. Derek Keith Cox is the PA announcer here these days after years and years and years of Jim Seka, who was honored here last week for all those years of service. He was here last week to kind of just be here for Derek Keith Cox, as this was his first game. Last week was his first game, so. But Derek Keith Cox doing a fine job. So it is a 3rd and 4 for Centralia as we shift to the north end of the field. And Centralia needs to get up to about the 23-yard line for a first down. No running backs in this formation. 3 wide receivers far, 2 near. Gouet in shotgun all by himself. Here's a snap. Back to pass, obviously. Gets out of some trouble. No, he does not. Devin Habermill with a big sack on 3rd down, and Centralia is going to have to punt the ball away. Oh, Devin Habermill. Devin had a couple of sacks last week, or excuse me, he had 1 sack last week and 1 interception. But he had 4 tackles on the day. Michael Tongay led the team in tackles with 8. And the punter is back on. That is Keaton Morgan. And back at midfield is Loyal Patterson.
Back to receiver Collinsville, Loyal Patterson.
So Patterson with a golden opportunity here. If he catches the ball where he stands, he's already going to be in Centralia territory. Here's the kick. This one end over end, and it's going to take a bounce, and he's just going to get out of the way. Smart play there by Loyal.
Yeah, that was a mature football play out of Patterson. Much as he wants to try to run that ball back, that was a wise move because you still get good field position.
Oh, yeah. 41-yard line. Collinsville will take over in their own territory. 10:59 left to play here in this second quarter. Just underway. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. And the offense back on the field. Last week, the defense was on the field a lot.
Oh, boy. Yeah, they were worn out. And pretty quick-moving game here. Not a lot of penalties,
Yeah.
You know. Last week, week 1, everybody's trying to get the feel for the game, and tonight, pretty clean game so far.
It is a fixed camera attached to the press box for the person asking, so as long as the guys are on the field, it won't sway too much. Here's a pass to Patterson back behind the line of scrimmage, and then he gets hit out of bounds, gets hit pretty hard, but he laid on a pretty good lick at first, too.
I think that's why Centralia didn't get the penalty, because it was definitely a late hit out of bounds, but he laid on a lick to that quarterback from Centralia. Good for, what, about 7 yards?
Yeah, 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 coming up. We are just underway here in quarter number 2. 2 wide receivers on the far, Patterson over here on the near, and the handoff is going to go to Rome Richardson up the middle, and he'll make it to about the 50-yard line, just a little bit short of that, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a nice tackle out of, is that number 33 or 23? 23 out of Centralia.
Yeah, that's their punter.
Morgan.
Yeah. Here's
My
a snap.
goodness.
Quickly over to Matt Reynolds. Reynolds gets stood up at the 50-yard line, then he gets drilled into the ground, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, now that one I would agree with.
Well, I mean, you know, they called it against us. They got to call it against them, too.
Coach Colton Rhodes checking on Reynolds. Reynolds is a warrior. Right back in the game he goes, and I'll tell you what, that's a costly penalty out of Centralia.
Yeah, because that would have brought up 4th down and about 2, and
yeah,
instead,
midfield.
you're going to get 15 yards out of this. Yeah, it looks like he would have lost about a yard, maybe 2.
That's what they're discussing now is where was the spot, where was the penalty.
Well, pretty much where they're standing. Yeah, and that's where they're going to take it from. So we'll repeat. What?
Whoa.
Offset. Well,
so that what they call a
no.
hold
If
on
it was
us?
a replay the down, you would still be up at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, you can't move the ball back.
If it's offsetting penalties, it goes right back to where it was.
Coach Colton Rhodes is on it. He's letting them know.
And then a referee's going over there, too. He's like, come on, guys, you got to get it up here where it was. So still
But now, wait a minute.
3rd. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so 3rd down and about 2. Ball on the 49-yard line. I don't know what they were thinking.
Well, now the marker on the sideline is okay. Now they moved it.
Yeah. All right, so a replay of 3rd down. We'll see if they want to dial up something different here. And Looks like Rome Richardson's going to stay in there at running back, but he moves from the right side to the left side of Chase, and now Chase is going to keep it. He's got the first down, and he's got more, and he finally gets brought down across the 40-yard line on a tackle there by Will Stanton for Centralia.
Man, talk about some acceleration.
Yeah.
Chase was hit near the line of scrimmage, and it's just like he hit a little power speed like on an Excite bike, right?
Yeah.
Went over the little warp zone speed, and off he went.
All right. 9:55 and counting. Excuse me. I enjoyed puberty so much the first time I wanted to go through it again. At the ripe old age of 60. All right. In motion goes Loyal Patterson. He gets the pitch, and he almost bobbled it. He caught it, and he's lucky that he got some positive yardage out of that because that could have been really ugly.
Looked like a magic trick, hot potato, right? I mean, he was bobbling that ball as he got hit and somehow came down with that ball. Centralia is really bringing the heat, so Collinsville kind of stays with the run game. We're going to be able to expose their secondary here before long.
Gain of about 2, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from Centralia's 36-yard line. Loyal Patterson will come out over here to this near side once again. Rogers Parrott and Matt Reynolds over on the far side. This time Jamonte Thomas comes in as the running back. Reynolds in shotgun, standing on the 40-yard line. Habermill will shift over to the left side, and he'll become a blocker, and the handoff goes to Thomas. He'll get it across the 35-yard line, and that's a modest pickup of just a couple of yards, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6.
I tell you what, Centralia's interior is really getting beat here, but their backs are doing a great job of filling the gaps and stopping Collinsville's run game short on a lot of these plays.
Yeah.
Credit Centralia's backs.
And they break the huddle and bring 2 wide receivers over here. Matt Reynolds is the slot receiver. Thomas again the lone setback. And Reynolds again in shotgun. Here's the snap, and Reynolds throws down the middle, trying to find Habermill again. That's like the 4th time he's targeted Devin and just can't connect with him.
I'm telling you, and Centralia stacked the box, came with the blitz. Habermill was open, and Reynolds just having a hard time connecting here tonight. But, you know, it's nice to see open receivers, and he'll figure it out, and we'll get these guys the football.
4th down and 6 to go for a 1st down.
How about a hard count here?
Yeah. That would make it 4th and 1 if they can get him to go offside. Rogers Parrott on the far side, and again, Patterson and Reynolds over here on the near side. Reynolds is the slot receiver. Thomas is the running back. And here's the snap. No hard count. And stepping up in the pocket, and on the run, and a throw, and Habermill tried to come back for the ball, but Reynolds was throwing that as he was being tackled. And tell you what, when Reynolds and Habermill finally eventually hook up,
yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Well, Centralia, again, they're dialing up a blitz every play. I mean, they came with an outside linebacker blitz on the strong side of the field, and that's who was chasing Reynolds. And that's the tough play, running, you know, throwing across your body. But at any rate, turnover on downs. Centralia comes up with a big stop, and they're going to get a chance here with 8:07 left in the 2nd quarter.
Yep, that they are. 2nd time Collinsville has turned the ball over on downs. And now under center instead of in shotgun. No, excuse me, Gouwe is still in shotgun. Kind of an optical illusion there. The handoff goes right up the middle and not very far to go for Mike Brown. Matter of fact, he probably lost a couple of yards.
Big Mike Tange on the tackle again. He actually made
what a shocker.
Arm tackle, right? He reached out. I mean, that guy was 3 feet away from him. He grabbed a hold of him and said, no, sir, not today.
Yeah. So a loss of 1 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 11. 2 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far side. Again, Brown remains the lone running back. And the freshman Archie Gouwe is in shotgun once again. Now a man comes into motion, settles over here on this right side. Gouwe, he rolls out to that side, and he gets sacked. And I don't think they're going to. They
didn't blow the whistle.
They did not blow the
Pick
whistle.
that up. That's a touchdown, baby.
Yeah, now they blow the whistle. Apparently.
Oh, come.
I don't know. I think he was already going down. That should not be an incomplete pass. It should be a quarterback sack.
But the problem is he wasn't down, right? He threw that ball on his way down.
Yep.
That should be, if anything, an incomplete pass, but then you would have to have an eligible receiver that you're throwing
Now there's
it to.
the flag.
So it will be intentional grounding, you would think.
Yep.
So that is a correct call if that's indeed what it's going to be.
Yeah, because if it wasn't an incomplete pass, that would have been a fumble.
Correct, but I believe his arm was moving forward. Yes, that's intentional
grounding.
Referee
Loss
crew
of down.
got that one right.
Yep.
I think it took him a minute. It happened so fast, right?
Yeah.
Even you and I were trying to figure it out.
So a loss of down plus a 10-yard penalty will bring up third down and very long.
So they have second down marked.
Third and 27.
Could be third in the ketchup bottle.
Yep. Got to get it to all pro tees for that first down. Two wide receivers on the far side, one over here on the near side. That's Kenny Bratton. And again, Brown remains the lone running back. He stands right behind Gouet. And Gouet is going to go back to pass. He'll throw it, and he'll complete it. And a nice open field tackle there for Collinsville. Prevented any further damage being done there because I tell you what, he was going to be close to a first down, and that was Romel Bollinger had made that nice tackle.
That's a huge tackle, right? Because that orphan receiver had space. Now they're going to be forced to punt the football and give Collinsville another possession here as the clock winds down in the second quarter.
Keaton Morgan back to punt. Loyal Patterson will head back to the 40-yard line.
Give them something to return, huh?
Yeah. There's the snap. And, that was close to being blocked. That one's end over end, too. And this time Patterson's going to get away from it. I hope not.
Boy, he was awfully close.
He thought
about
right? Grabbing it on the bounce, but he got out of the way. Hopefully it didn't touch a body part.
I don't see any.
No, there's no indication that it did, so Collinsville's going to have it. First and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 6.5 left to go here in quarter number 2. So Collinsville scores on their opening drive, and nothing since for anyone, including the Orphans. But Collinsville has had a couple of drives stall out on fourth down, and they've turned the ball back over to Centralia.
Yeah, the score doesn't really indicate the ebb and flow of this game. Collinsville's had a lot of opportunities. Just failed to maximize. Centralia's offense has had a hard time getting anything going. So let's see what Collinsville can do here with 6:30 left in the second quarter.
Two wide receivers far, one over here on the near side. Devin Habermill has the tight end extra blocker, and Reynolds is going to roll that way. And he better throw it because he's got pressure coming from behind.
Going to be a holding.
He finally does connect with Habermill right at the line of scrimmage. So this is going to be a penalty, but Chase Reynolds says it's going to be against Centralia. He's not the one in charge.
Jamonte Thomas picked up that blitzing linebacker very well. It's going to be a hold against Collinsville. For sure.
Holding against Collinsville.
So that's another 10-yard penalty that we didn't need, and that's going to bring up a first down and 20.
As a 10-yard penalty, the replay
first down and the horseshoe to go.
Man.
Pretty clean first quarter. A little bit more penalties here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Out of both teams.
A couple of unsportsmanlike conducts by both teams and a couple of holding penalties by Collinsville's offense. So first and 20. Two wide receivers on the far. Loyal Patterson over here on the near side, and then Devin Habermill comes in over on the left side of the formation as the tight end. And Loyal Patterson goes into motion, but the handoff is going to go. Nice spin move by Thomas, and then he has to get out of another one and just couldn't do it, and he gained about 2 yards on the play.
Man, oh, man, if he beat that tackle by number 23, Keaton Morgan having a night. He came up and saved a huge yardage play for Centralia.
Yeah. Thomas ran about 15 yards, but only gained 2. 5:55 left to play here in quarter number 2. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. Patterson and Rogers Parrott over on the far side. Patterson on the near side. And Chase will roll around to his right. He is looking. And he throws one to Habermill. Habermill, there's another flag. Another flag in the backfield, another hold.
On the backside. Gosh darn it.
Yep. It was second down and 19. Now it's going to be second down and 29.
Well, and you hate that because Chase is on the other side of the field. It's not going to affect the play at all. Maybe it was just a blatant hold. I know I didn't see it.
No, I wasn't watching. I never watch that stuff. I'm watching the quarterback.
Ineligible
man downfield. I don't know who that could have been.
Well, yeah, that happens when the play takes so long to develop, right?
Yeah.
You teach your lineman to get downfield to block after the catch. And now more penalty yardage.
Yeah. Now Collinsville is going to have to get the ball down to Mike's Automotive for a first down. 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. Same formation, except for we have a new wide receiver coming in, Zach Priest for Collinsville over here on the near side. But Reynolds rolls out to the far side once again, puts on the brakes, and now he's got to scramble himself back to this side.
Go, baby, go.
And he is going to have to launch one. He does, and it's, oh, that should almost be interference.
That should be interference. There was
I tell you
contact
what.
before the ball.
Yeah, Xavier Koch.
There was definitely contact before the ball.
Ran right into Rogers Parrott before the ball got there, but the flags stay in the pockets, and Colton Rhodes is explaining his heart out.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to explain. I mean, that's pass interference textbook. Umpire, referee crew caught
Man, it's a
sleeping.
real shame that Reynolds couldn't zip the pass in there. He got it up in the air. It was wobbly. It took forever, and that allowed Koch to come in and close up the time, the gap.
He did, but that's such a game-changing deal. I mean, it's an obvious rule. You cannot make contact.
Yeah. 5:07 on the clock after the incomplete pass. Clock stops. Priest will go out as a wide receiver on the far side. All three wide receivers are on the right side of the formation. Here's the snap, and Reynolds is going to roll out. He's got somebody as a blocker, but that didn't matter because Reynolds is going to go down, and that play really didn't go anywhere quickly, a gain of about a yard.
Looked like a design quarterback keeper, unless it was a busted play. But anyway, nothing doing.
Yeah, now we're going to get our first punt from Matt Reynolds. He's going to have to go back and punt now.
Now, the good news is Matt had a great week last week punting the football.
Yeah, Matt had 4 kicks for 118 yards, averaged about 30 yards a kick. Or no, punting 35 yards averaged. 4 of those as well for 140 yards.
So this is going to be a big series here. Important for Collinsville to get a stop because Centralia is going to get the football. Oh, he popped it up.
Popped it straight up, and it's going to take a Collinsville bounce for a little bit, and then it's going to roll sideways, and the Orphans are going to be at Collinsville's 45-yard line.
Yeah, shifting field position. Man, you really need Collinsville defense to come up big and make a stop. For Centralia, you got to think with them getting the ball back, they're already in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah. So the Orphans have their best starting field position of the night here. Collinsville 45-yard line. We'll see what they can do with that. Collinsville's defense very rested at this point, except for obviously the offensive guys that play on both sides of the ball. Most of those guys are your defensive backs. So here is Gouet. He'll take the snap and he'll hand the ball off, and off tackle on the right side. Not a lot of room. Back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Tongay there with the tackle once again against Mike Brown.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
We got a guy named Neighbors on our team, and when I saw his name, I thought of Jim Neighbors. I'm like, surprise, surprise, surprise. Golly, Sarge. 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard gain. Brown remains in as the lone running back. 2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. Gouet in shotgun, stands on top of the logo here at Collinsville, and he drops the ball, and Collinsville might have it. And they do. Kahawks recover their first fumble on the year. Last week they had 3 quarterback sacks and an interception, but no fumble recoveries. They get the first one this year.
Man, that's a big
Sure
turnover,
is.
like we were talking about with 3:31 left in the second quarter. Now you give Collinsville a chance to put more points on the board going into the half.
Yeah, Collinsville has 2 timeouts left. Centralia has not used any of theirs yet. And Collinsville has a new life. They have the ball on their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. And it looks like Rome Richardson is the lone running back. Here's the snap. Back to passes Reynolds. He's got some time. He steps up in the pocket and gets out of a tackle. He's going to get across midfield, and he'll get knocked out of bounds. Helmet to helmet hit.
I was going to say, I saw that.
Yep, helmet to helmet hit will draw a hanky. And after a gain of about 3 yards on the play, Collinsville will get a first down out of this.
Yeah, and the good news is it was helmet to helmet, but it wasn't a super hard hit,
No.
so you're not worried about chase. We kind of got a free 15 yards out of that deal.
Yep, sure did.
Football God's paying us back for that missed pass interference.
Yeah. It has a way of evening out sometimes.
It sure does.
So Collinsville is going to get that ball deeper into Centralia territory. We're going to have it at the Centralia 49-yard line.
Yeah, big shout out to Collinsville Kahok supporters, Ryan Holting, Emily Widower. Ryan Holting and the double wide duo brings you music from the cabin on occasion on the weekends.
2 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far. That's Amari Rogers Parrott over on the far side. And the handoff is going to go to Richardson, and he'll get it up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, just a slow developing play. I mean, they couldn't decide where to go, and the weak side linebacker comes in and makes a tackle from behind. So we'll try it again on 2nd down.
2nd down and 11, we'll call it. Ball on the 35-yard line, just under 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Collinsville scored on their opening drive and have had some pretty good offense. They've moved the ball very well, but just have nothing else to show for it.
Yeah, missed opportunities is
Yeah.
the story of the first half for Collinsville.
Richardson stands over the left shoulder of Reynolds. Here's the snap, and he'll pull it back from Richardson, take it himself up the middle, and get about 3 yards on the play. Maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up I'm surprised we went back to the run game. We've had so many open receivers. But maybe we're baiting them in, and then 3rd and 10 would be a good time to take a little shot, huh?
Yeah, why not? Hear the band over there warming up, getting ready for their halftime show.
Marching K-Hawks always do a great job.
Mario Rogers Parrott lines up over here by himself. Or excuse me, on the other side. Loyal Patterson over here by himself. And a quick throw is going to find Matt Reynolds. Reynolds is going to run the wrong direction. He ran east to west instead of heading upfield, and that cost him.
Had he turned and gone upfield, he would have had a first down, maybe a touchdown, but he ran right to the middle of the field and was met by a linebacker. He'll think twice about doing that again, right?
Yeah, it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 to go for the K-Hawks here. Zach Priest will check into the game for Reynolds. That's probably what they're going to say. Hey, man, next time run north and south, not east and west.
I think they're checking on him. He took a pretty good lick from that linebacker, but Reynolds tends to be unshaken. Nice catch.
Priest lines up in the slot over here on the near side. There's moving up front. That'll give him a 1st down.
Oh, nice discipline out of the K-Hawk front
And
line.
besides a couple of unsportsmanlike conducts and the intentional grounding on offense, I'm pretty sure that is the first penalty against Centralia that wasn't during a play.
Yeah, correct. I mean, again, credit Collinsville going with the hard count there, caught Centralia. And, you know, they were down up a blitz again. I mean, they are. Look for Collinsville to adjust in the second half because Centralia is just bringing everybody all the time. And you can only do that for so long before you got to pay the piper.
So a fresh set of downs here for Collinsville. 1:06 left on the clock. As I mentioned, Collinsville has 2 timeouts left. As
They might have just taken one.
I think Centralia may have taken one. I'm not sure. Referees are talking about something. I haven't seen any indication about a timeout.
I think clock issue maybe.
I don't know. 109. They want 3 seconds back on the clock.
Who noticed that?
I don't have any idea. All right, that's been fixed. We are ready to go here. Sure would be nice to get a score here before
big
halftime.
Possession for Collinsville.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to punch this ball in the end zone.
Rome Richardson stays in as the running back. Priest again in the slot. Here's the snap, and rolling out to his left is Chase Reynolds. He's being chased from behind. Gets rid of the ball, throws it out of bounds. That's a nice heads-up play.
That was a nice play by Reynolds. He's starting to show more maturity. Knows that he's looking downfield. And credit him, all that scrambling, he's still looking downfield. Eyes downfield all the time.
Yeah.
Throws the ball out of bounds. That also stops the clock.
1 minute to go exactly here in this first half. 7-0 in favor of Collinsville. And 2nd down and 10 for the K-Hawks.
Yeah, nice, pretty swift-paced half of football here.
Yeah.
Which is welcomed after last week's marathon, right?
Yeah, and the heat and humidity and Everything just kind of took forever. At least it felt like it did anyway. Richardson stands over the right, and we have a whistle on the play and a flag.
Play
and
game.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. 5-yard penalty for delay of game.
Against the Jayhawks. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
I thought that was this. The referee went like this.
Personal foul in basketball.
Yeah.
Flagrant.
Reynolds back to pass, throws to the sideline, has Habermill open. He stays in bounds for a little
that
while.
should be a flag.
And then he gets thrown out of bounds. Kind of late. They're gonna, well, he was where he got thrown out of bounds is about 3 yards up from where they're marking him. So if he was already out of bounds there and then he got hit, that should have been. But I'm not gonna worry about it too much. A very small gain. Well, it's a gain of about 7, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, nice positive yardage. Nice catch and run out of Habermill, and was forced out of bounds. Big 3rd down for your Kahawks.
Priest again lines up in the slot. Patterson over here on the near side. Rogers Parrott over on the far side. Rome Richardson is the lone running back. He fakes the handoff, does Reynolds. He's got some room. He's got a 1st down, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to reach. Is he in?
He hit the pylon. Was he out of bounds? He definitely hit the pylon, but was he out of bounds?
I guess he was, because the referee is saying nope. He's going to be down at the 1. So 1st and goal from the 1 for Collinsville.
Man, nice scamper out of the senior quarterback. Chase Reynolds puts Collinsville knocking on Centralia's door with 46.6 left in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal. Play comes in from the sideline, being brought in by Logan Odell. First time I've called his name this year.
Yeah, Logan, a very sizable individual, probably going to be a lead blocker.
We'll see what they dial up here as Richardson remains the lone running back. And now Centralia is going to call their first timeout so they can prepare for this. So we have a timeout coming your way as well. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. We are winding down this first half. Collinsville scored on their opening possession, and now trying to score on their final possession here of the first half. 46.6 seconds left. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Kahawks. Last week, Chase Reynolds scored from 1 yard out. We'll see if they want to dial that up again, but he's in shotgun right now, so we'll see. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Rome Richardson. Richardson keeps the legs moving, waiting for the call, and touchdown, Collinsville.
Nice blocking out of Collinsville's front line and their lead backs. That's going to put Collinsville up 2 scores here with 41.2 left in the 2nd quarter, and look for Matt Reynolds to come on for the point after try.
Well, so the 2nd touchdown of this game for Rome Richardson.
We're going to have a flag probably on Coach Colton Rhodes, and
yeah,
maybe it's
be
a warning.
Bench warning.
Yeah.
They've warned Centralia once already.
We had a player come off the field. He and Rhodes went to do a hip bump in the air, and they missed. It's a thought that counts, right?
Yep, sure is. All right, Reynolds with Reynolds holding. It's the Reynolds and Reynolds show. Here is the snap, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good, and Collinsville has a 14-0 lead, and Centralia will get the ball back with 41.2 seconds left to play here in this first half, and we'll tell you all about it after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Rome Richardson has scored from 10 yards out and 1 yard out. And Collinsville leads by those 2 touchdowns, 14-0. Centralia will get the ball back. And they will have 41.2 seconds left to play here in this second quarter. I thought they just used a timeout. Still has 3 on the board. Matt Reynolds kicking it off. And a little squib kick is going to be caught right up at midfield and covered up there quickly by Wick Smith, a 5'11", 195-pound sophomore. And that's going to give Centralia a chance to try to get into the end zone with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they might squib kick it, but that was more like an onside slash squib, right? Like if you have a squib kick, you want to hit a line drive right down the middle of the field.
Let it bounce and roll.
But, yeah, that's certainly not what the Kahawks had hoped for, I would think. However, our defense has shown up tonight, so there's no reason that they can't send Centralia into halftime down 14-0.
Yeah. Centralia has a couple of timeouts left. Wide receivers everywhere. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Gouet in shotgun. Back there all by himself. Here's the snap. Gouet back to pass. Looks, throws it short, and that one is
out of bounds. They call it
caught.
catch?
Yeah, they did.
Ooh.
And it looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down, and it'll stop the clock.
I guess so. You know, with Centralia spreading it out and all these receivers, how about a pick 6 in the half?
Yeah. Going to have to spread out the Collinsville linebacking core to cover all these extra wide receivers because, you know, normally Collinsville goes with 4 defensive backs, and with 5 wide receivers, there's an extra guy that's you got to cover.
Yeah, that's true. Collinsville's got to do everything they can do to not give up a score going into the half because Centralia gets the ball back in the third quarter.
3 wide receivers far, 2 on the near once again. Same formation for Centralia. Gouet in shotgun. Here's the snap. He's back to pass.
That's a hold.
And
Come
he
on.
is going to run up and knock that one away. Nice job by Amari Rogers-Parrott as that ball was intended for Mike Brown.
I mean, there's never been a more obvious hold. He's asking, where's the flag?
Yeah.
Guy's got his arms wrapped around my shoulder pads as I'm running by him. My goodness.
Yeah, see, I don't see these things as I'm looking at the quarterback. But if you say it happened, I believe you. 29.3 seconds left to play here in this first half. 14-0 in favor of Collinsville. Same formation. Kenny Bratton and Mike Brown line up over here on the near side. The only one I can see a number on over there is Tyler Carruthers on the far side. Now we're going to have a timeout. And Centralia is going to burn a timeout, so we will step aside for a quick moment as well. And we're back here after this brief break on the Kahok Sports Network. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCloskey along with you. We have Andy Sullins keeping the stats for us tonight. We have Zach Roseman over here keeping track of drive times and tackles and all kinds of other stats for us. Of course, when we go on the road, we don't have that luxury. It'll just be me and Chris Kettler.
You guys do a fine job, Todd.
We'll be in Carbondale next week, and another big sack coming up for Devin Habermill, his second sack of this game.
Fire up the D9 dozer, Devin Habermill, with the one-on-one sack to bring down Centralia's quarterback. They're going to let time run out, and that'll take us into half.
Sure will. All right. That looks like it's going to be the end of the first half of play. Clock is going to run down, and it is time now for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. What did they do, call a timeout? Okay. Gonna redo that little speech there in just a moment. We'll just keep it right here for this one. So, was not expecting that. Figured if they were going to call a timeout, they would have called it right away and saved as much time on the clock as they could. But they waited until the clock went all the way down to 2.9 seconds before they finally called a timeout. So we'll keep it right here for this timeout. We're back at you next week. We have soccer for you on Tuesday. Big Southwestern Conference battle right here on this very field as the O'Fallon Panthers come to town to take on your Collinsville Kahawks. Kahawks trying to rebound after a big Southwestern Conference loss at Belleville West last night. Then we'll be on the road for a little girls volleyball action for you Thursday night at Granite City between your Lady Kahawks and the Lady Warriors. And then, of course, as we already mentioned, next Friday we'll be in Carbondale for week number 3 of the high school football season. So, final play coming up here, barring a defensive penalty, that is. And now we have a running back in the mix here as the Orphans fake the run, and they're going to go through the air, and they're going to overthrow everybody. It's intercepted by Amari Rogers-Parrott, and we're going to have a flag on the play after the interception, and Parrott is going to bring it up the sideline, and he's going to run out of bounds in front of his bench as time runs out, but we'll have to see what this penalty is. It came after the interception. We'll have to wait and see what this flag's all about. And I don't. Oh, there's 2 flags on. There's flags all over the place here. One all the way back at the interception point, and another one up here by the 40-yard line. So there could be multiple infractions. And the interception was good because the first flag came in after the interception was already made. Referee, he's got like 4 flags in his hand. And the head referee is going to walk over to the Centralia bench and tell them what's going on. Now, I don't know if it's offsetting penalties. Usually you replay the down. But I'm not sure what happened after the interception. I didn't see any contact. I didn't see anybody holding anyone. But, again, I'm watching the guy who has the ball. And the head referee going to come back over and join his referee crew. And Centralia is heading to the locker room, so no matter what's going to happen here, it looks like we are going to be at halftime. It's going to be well, they called it against Collinsville. Centralia is going to decline it, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So now it's time for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters, 618-708-4055. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and let you take in a little bit of the Collinsville Kahok High School Marching Band. And while we're doing that, we'll gather up some scores for you, and we'll be back to tell you all about that in just a moment as the Woods Basement System halftime show is here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahok, always a Kahok. Hashtag Kahok Family. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Well, they just introduced all of the band. I thought they were getting ready to go, but they're still moving stuff out there. So this may take a couple more seconds than what I thought. And it looks like it is. So I don't want to do take another commercial break here because, you know, that's kind of counterproductive, but I don't really have much to talk about right now because everybody's just still tabulating everything that I need for halftime. So we'll just keep it right here for a second. The band shouldn't take too much longer. They are normally setting up pretty quick. And we will wait for the Collinsville Kahok High School Marching Band. Mm-hmm. Scintillating coverage, isn't it? Well, once I heard the PA guy start announcing the band, I figured we were there, and I didn't even notice that they hadn't even brought most of the stuff out yet here down below us where they set up everything, including the xylophones and the organ and all that other good stuff. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second commercial break here because it's not very fun when I don't have anything to talk about. So back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
All right, now we are ready for the Collinsville Kahok Marching Kahawks Band. And here you go.
Ryan Brown and Gavin Leach, you may take the field in performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Collinsville Kahok marching Kahawks. The band, by the way, will be in a competition tomorrow at O'Fallon High School, and they will perform right around 8:15 p.m. Let's take a look at the scores that we have for you from around the area. Lots of these are at halftime. Chester over Pinckneyville 37-0. Waterloo over Columbia 17-7. Central is over Mater Dei in the Milk Bowl 28-0. Roxanne over Redbud 43-19. Marion over Granite City 29-0. Still in the second quarter, Triad has a 7-0 lead over Mount Zion. Male Met Seymour a 20-0 lead over Highland. Lawrence Central is over Edwardsville right now, 20-14. Mount Vernon 17-6 over Carbondale. Carbondale is who Collinsville will see next week. Quincy has a 21-13 lead over Alton, and East Alton Wood River has a 8-0 lead over Civic Memorial. And NFL, 12-7 Packers over the Eagles right now in the second quarter, and at last check in the top of the fourth at Busch Stadium, Cardinals and Seattle are scoreless. Some stats that we have for you. Mike Brown has carried the ball 5 times for 4 yards for Centralia. Archie Gouwe has carried the ball 4 times for -3 yards. And as far as the passing goes, he is 3 of 6 for 30 yards, including an interception and a fumble. One of those catches, Xavier Koch for 8 yards, Julian Martinez for 12, and Kenny Bratton for 10 yards. And Centralia has picked up 3 penalties for 30 yards for Collinsville. Chase Reynolds has 10 carries for 76 yards on the ground. Rome Richardson has 6 carries for 29 yards, and both of Collinsville's touchdowns. Reynolds through the air is 6 of 16 for 66 yards. Amari Rogers-Parrott has 3 of those catches for 45 yards, and Collinsville has been penalized 5 times for 45 yards on the defensive side of things. Devin Habermill has 5 solo tackles and 2 sacks in this contest for Collinsville. And the leading tackler for Centralia is Keaton Morgan. He has 6 solo tackles and 4 assists, and no quarterback sacks so far for Centralia. So that is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show. 14-0 after 2 quarters in the books in favor of Collinsville. And a big thank you again to Woods Basement Systems for sponsoring our halftime show. If you have water in your house that doesn't need to be there, you need to give Woods Basement Systems a call at 618-708-4055. Second half action coming your way right away on the Kahok Sports Network.
Probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
And we are back here at Kahok Stadium. Two teams getting ready to take the field to begin the second half. Todd Duke is my name. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. 14-0 there, Doc. I've liked what I've seen. Collinsville's offense has moved the ball pretty well tonight, although they have come up short on a couple of fourth down tries, and it could be a lot worse than 14-0.
Oh, we moved the ball very well. Just a couple errant throws. Sorry, I was out here watching Coach Delvin Cross do Zumba
I know,
on the field.
he's all over the place,
Hey,
man.
credit our new PA announcer, though, Derek Cox. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got this place pumping. He plays great music, great commentary. What an atmosphere here. I mean, you and I have been around Kahok football for a long time. And let me tell you, we've been waiting for this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Last 3 years have been a blast.
They have, and a lot of people said, oh, we're going to lose all the good guys and this and that. But, hey, this team that we've got out here tonight, Coach Colton Rhodes has created a culture. They're competitive, and I feel really good about where we are here in the second half of this football game.
Yeah, I agree. And a kickoff forthcoming. Xavier Koch is back deep for Centralia. And Matt Reynolds is just about ready to kick things off here. Centralia will get the ball first to start the second half. And you all got to give a lot of credit to the Collinsville defense, too, because they have not given the Orphans much.
That is true. A couple big stands when we turned the ball over on downs. So you're going to see your defense again here to start the third quarter.
Yep. Ball on the way, and Koch will take it at about the 8-yard line. He'll bring it forward across the 20, cuts over here toward the near sideline, and doesn't get any farther than about the 24, maybe the 25 after a little second effort.
I got a surprise for you. Guess who was in on that tackle?
Michael Tonge.
Michael Tonge, Big Mike, the senior, here on senior night at Kahok Stadium. He is having a night. How many tackles does Tonge have?
Yeah, Devin Habermill leading in tackles right now with 5 solo. A couple of sacks, too.
Well, I mean, that's Collinsville's strong suit is our linebacking core, but our interior line doing a good job, and our defensive backs have shut down the passing lanes.
All right, here comes Archie Gouway, and looks like he has Mike Brown as his lone running back. 2 wide receivers on the far side, one over here on the near side. Handoff goes to Brown. Brown's going to get chased from behind. He'll go down on a nice first contact tackle there by Rome Richardson.
Rome Richardson just was on fire on that play. I think he came through untouched. And look at this defense here out of your Kahawks. I mean, they are really putting on a show here.
Loss of about 2.5, 3 on the play. So they'll bring up a second down, and we'll call it 13.
Yeah, and I still think that Centralia has no choice but to spread things out, and I would love to see an interception here.
Gouway stays in at quarterback. Kenny Bratton lines up as the wide receiver over here on this side. But Gouway is looking down the middle. He throws it down the middle. He's got a man open, and a big catch there by Koch. And he'll be brought down by Chase Reynolds eventually, right?
Yeah, man, I tell you what. I mean, we had that play broken up, and Jamonte Thomas just let the receiver get behind him. Cardinal sin when you're playing a safety position, but big play out of Centralia to really breathe some life into their offense.
Yeah, Xavier Koch called that one in. That's probably going to eclipse all of the yardage on that one play that the Orphans had in all of the first half.
Well, hopefully that's a learning lesson there for the Kahok defensive secondary.
I believe it's only the second time that Centralia has been in Collinsville territory here tonight. So Gouway is going to roll out to his right, and he throws the ball in. That was intended, I believe, for Koch again, but he was scrambling to get out of the way as Collinsville was putting all kinds of pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, Devin Habermail, and also, do we have a number 80? 90, sorry, number 90, Aiden Jordan. He and Habermail were giving the quarterback all kinds of trouble in the backfield on that play.
So second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 10:39 left to play here in this second quarter. In shotgun once again is Gouway. He takes the snap, hands the ball off to Brown. Brown tries the left side, has a little modest success. Habermill there on the tackle after a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, credit the Centralia back for a nice solid run. He was hit near the line of scrimmage and muscled his way to get some positive yardage. Brings up third and what looks like a 6-yard till a first down here.
Well, Brown will head out. I don't know if he has an equipment problem or anything. He doesn't look like he's limping very much, but he's grabbing down at something, so maybe a pad came loose.
His pads are loose. Centralia probably in 4-down territory here.
3 wide receivers on this side, 1 on the other side, 1 lone running back. And Gouet is going to throw, and he does so, and it's a catch. And that's going to be a first down hauled in by Xavier Koch.
Man, that's a nice pass out of the is he a freshman quarterback out of Centralia?
Yes, he is.
And, man, he really stayed in the pocket, set his feet, delivered a strike. Good for a first down for Centralia. And all of a sudden, Centralia through the air is finding some holes in our Kahok defense.
Yeah, they have made the proper halftime adjustments, and that's very noticeable right now. 9:40 to play here in quarter number 3. Julian Martinez lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Koch is in the slot. And over here on the near side, you have Kenny Bratton. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go up the middle, and it looks like that was maybe Will Stanton, as Brown has not come back in. And, yeah, Stanton did run the ball, and he got maybe 3 yards on the carry.
They're going to give him forward progress. Nice hard run. Looks like they're going to mark him. Yeah, they move it up a little bit. Yeah, 3 yards.
Now Brown will come back in and take the place of Stanton.
2nd down.
2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. Collinsville needs to make some defensive adjustments to adjust for what Centralia has brought to the table here to begin half number 2. Here is Gouai, and he'll throw it again and again. He has a guy open, and being pushed out of bounds there was Tyler Carruthers.
Yeah, I like what Centralia is doing. You know, in high school football, you often get a lot of cushion out of the defensive secondary, and they're just exposing Collinsville in the flats and kind of underneath the secondary coverage, and they're having some success here early in the third quarter.
Gain of 6 yards on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 1. Centralia knocking on the door in the red zone. Handoff goes to Brown. Brown gets met at the line of scrimmage. I believe Tange got the first touch on him, and after he did, everybody else came in to finish it up, including Devin Habermill and the aforementioned Aiden Jordan.
Yeah, Tange was trying to get blocked by the number 75 out of Centralia. He just ran him over and stuffed the play short. So big 4th down. They're going to try to kick a field goal.
I think they're going to try to kick a field goal. They lost a yard on that play, so it's 4th down and 2 instead of 4th and 1.
Hard count here, maybe a fake.
Yeah,
Can't imagine they would kick a field goal here.
Keaton Morgan is out there. I know he handles the punting. Not sure if he. And now it looks like the quarterback's coming back in.
Yeah, I just cannot imagine.
Yeah, they're going for it.
There we go.
And now Gouet is going to go under center and try to get pushed across that line of scrimmage. He's going to hand the ball off instead, and I don't know if he got there.
Depends on the spot, Todd.
Well, the guy on the other side of the field doesn't look like he's standing in the right spot, and looks like Collinsville might get this ball back. And they will.
Yes, sir.
Big stand there by the Kahok defense on 4th and 2. And Collinsville will get the ball back, but they'll be starting deeper than they have all night long.
They sure will, but credit Collinsville's defense after giving up a lot of yardage there. They coming up with the big stop. Looked like a little confusion out of Centralia. Then they went with a kind of a quick snap. I thought maybe they would try a hard count, but at any rate, Collinsville's linebacking core comes up huge again. And senior Chase Reynolds is going to come out and lead the charge for your Kahawks.
We'll find out what they have dialed up after their halftime adjustments have been made. And looks like Rome Richardson's going to be in there as the running back. Why not? He's already scored 2 touchdowns. Zach Priest will line up as a wide receiver over here on this near side. So right now, Matt Reynolds is not in the game.
There's a flag on the field.
Is there really?
Right about the 22-yard line on the far hash. Not sure why.
Not sure when it came in either. Was it during the switching of the offense and the defense? Unsportsmanlike conduct against Centralia. Well, there's a free 15 yards you weren't expecting.
Man, that's huge, especially given the field position, right?
Yeah, Collinsville had the ball on their own 18-yard line, but
that could be a costly mistake out of Centralia.
I don't know what in the world that was. I'm guessing language because I didn't see anything going on physical.
At any rate, that's a gift for our Kahawks.
Sure is. All right, Priest lines up over here on the near side. Loyal Patterson in the slot over on the other side. And Amari Rogers-Parrott as the farthest wide receiver. Rome Richardson, the lone running back. Chase Reynolds as Priest goes into motion. Here's the snap, fake throw over to Priest, and Reynolds is going to keep it, puts on a nice move, gets rid of one, gets rid of two, and trying to squeeze out of a third possible tackle, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, senior Chase Reynolds put the shake and bake on him. Oh, man, I knew that was coming. He gave him the first down. Gosh darn it, Chase. You make a great run like that, and then you throw a first down in their face. That's good for a personal foul anytime.
Yeah. Can't do that. Well, going to lose everything you just gained and some of that 15 yards that you got as a gift.
Yeah, you know what? These guys are just kids. They get charged up, and I don't know if he got brought down hard or what, but he stood up and put a big first down in their face, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
Yeah. Well, Colton Rhodes is getting the explanation from the line judge, and he's nodding his head yes, so he understands.
I don't think we need an explanation. I think we all saw it.
So instead of a 2nd down and 1, we'll repeat first down, and it'll be 1st and 16.
Replay first down.
Well, Collinsville and Centralia exchanging personal fouls here. And what was a pretty clean first half.
Yeah. 14-0 in favor of Collinsville. 7:25 left to play here in this third quarter. Kahawks, same formation. And the snap, and Reynolds is going to roll out to his right. He looks, he throws, and he's got a man wide open. There's another flag.
They're going to get us for a hold
Another
again
holding
on the
call on a
backside.
completed pass to Evian Edwards. First time we've called his name this year. And you know that's going to be a hold, yeah.
Doesn't matter, yep. I didn't see it. It looks like it's on number 52.
Yeah,
Is
he
that
was the
Quincy?
one. He was getting. Quincy Johnson. He was the one getting the explanation. Then he walked away and threw his hands up.
Yeah.
Illegal man downfield again. That play didn't take
in
that
the
long to
world,
develop.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand. What's the rule on that yardage? Is it 3 yards?
I don't know. I thought it was 5. I have
5
no
yards?
idea.
I can't. I mean, my goodness. At any rate, Collinsville has
going backwards,
and they got to go see Pete up the hill now for a first down.
Yeah, Pete Papa Crisanto, the owner of Mike's Automotive. Everybody's like, "What? He's named Pete?" And Mike goes, "Okay, never mind." Here is Reynolds rolling out. He's got a man open and a drop by Priest.
Yeah, Priest was trying to run before he caught the ball.
Sure
He got to
was.
haul that ball in and then go, Zach. He felt those linebackers bearing down on him. Now that brings up a long third down. Man, Collinsville looked good, and now going to have to come up with a big play here.
Got to get it all the way down to the 43-yard line for a first down, and right now that ball's on the 22.
This is where you dial up the old trick play, Todd.
Yeah, is that what you want to do?
The old Statue of Liberty here.
Loyal Patterson lines up as a wide receiver over on this side.
Hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
Centralia's going to bring the heat, looks like.
Rome Richardson is the lone running back, and in motion wide receiver, and then a throw behind the line of scrimmage to Loyal Patterson. He's got some room, he's got some speed, but he gets brought down at the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I like getting the ball in Patterson's hands as we've seen his speed. He's an electric football player.
Well, at any rate, you've given your punt team a little bit more space to punt with.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, with Coach Rhodes, you never know, but surely you got to punt here, right?
I would think so.
Especially with a punter like Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds hadn't been in on the first offensive series, but he's out there to punt, so I'm glad to see he's out there. I was wondering if he might have been hurt, but apparently not. Rested him up a little bit, and he will be punting, and back deep is Xavier Koch. Not very deep. He's standing at his own 35-yard line. High snap, but Reynolds will haul it down, and the kick is low, but it's going to take a Collinsville roll all the way down to the 30-yard line and beyond. They'll touch it up at about the 27.
Talk about some top spin, baby. That'll look good in the record book, stat book.
For Centralia, half first down.
Seattle just took a lead. Randy Rosarina, the former Cardinal, with a sacrifice fly.
Well, we're no stranger to former Cardinals.
No, not at all.
Cardinals performing well, right?
Yeah.
We'll change of field position here. Centralia is going to get the ball back on their own 27-yard line, down 14-0 with 6:09 to play in the third quarter on a beautiful night here at Kahok Stadium.
14-0 in favor of Collinsville. One score in each the first and the second quarter, both of them rushing touchdowns by Rome Richardson. The first one 10 yards, the second one 1 yard. And here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Brown. Brown over the left tackle, and he'll get it all the way out to about the 35-yard line. So a pickup of about 8 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, I think Collinsville expected Centralia to pass the ball because that's what they've been doing. So we dialed up an all-out blitz, and they just ran it off tackle and picked up 8 on the play.
Yep. Brown again stands behind Guwai, excuse me. 2 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far side. Here's the snap. Another handoff goes to Brown. Brown not going to be as fortunate this time. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Yes, sir. Number 22 for Collinsville, Mr. Jamonte Thomas in on the tackle there to bring up a 3rd and short for Centralia.
5:20 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Still a little bit too close for comfort for the liking of most of the people here, including myself. 14-0 is not a big lead.
I know on their side of the field, you'd hate to say they're in 4-down territory, but they might be, so I'd like to see a loss of yardage here.
3 wide receivers over here on this near side, on the right side of the formation, 1 on the left side. Brown remains the lone running back, and Guwai takes the snap, throws it. It's tipped and almost caught by Kahok at the last second. And I tell you what, that was close to being a completion and a 1st down.
That was a good effort by Kahok. He was bumbling that ball as he was tackling. Now, let's see what Centralia does. I think they're going to go for it.
I think so, too. So 4th down and 2.
Interesting to see what Collinsville dials up here. Do we play it safe and keep the clock running, or do we just go all out? I think we're going to play it safe here.
Same formation, unless they're going to try and draw Collinsville offside. A little bit of movement up front, but he never did move forward. And the snap, handoff goes to Brown, and Brown's going to get the 1st down and a lot more. He's off to the races, folks. He is going to go all the way unless Chase Reynolds can catch him before he gets there, and he knocked the ball out of bounds in the end zone.
He was already in.
He was already in for the touchdown, and that is going to be a big 65-yard touchdown run by Centralia's Mike Brown.
So it looked like we were going to play it safe. We actually went with the blitz, as I had suspected, blitzed all around the runner. Secondary couldn't hold. That's going to go down for 6 points for Centralia. And all of a sudden, the landscape of this game has changed dramatically.
I just got through saying not very comfortable with the 14-0 lead, and now that lead is going to be about trimmed in half as the place kicker comes out. Keaton Morgan, or excuse me, is that Morgan? 17 is the place kicker. That's Caden Taylor.
Lefty, southpaw.
And movement up front again.
That should be false start.
Yeah, it is.
Guard on the right side.
Referee over here says the false start.
Yes, sir.
So back him up just a little bit. .442 left to play here in this 3rd quarter.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, this is a big extra point. I mean, with the game being this close,
Yeah,
right?
it sure is. The holder is Jace Brahmeyer, a sophomore. He's the backup quarterback. Sophomore is backing up a freshman. And we'll try it all over again. Here is the snap, and the hold is good, and the kick is on the way, and it hits the upright. A missed extra point is going to be huge down the road. Maybe we will see. So 14-6 instead of 14-7, and that's the way that the 3rd quarter gets underway. Centralia finally breaks the donut off the scoreboard, and we have a timeout. Collinsville will get the ball back after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson are back deep. And Collinsville getting ready to receive a kickoff. Whoop.
Yeah, credit Devin
Stepped on my cord
Habermail.
as I went to stand up.
On that point after try, credit Devin Habermail. He came through and broke that play up, deflected that, made the kicker kick sideways.
And here once again is Caden Taylor to handle the kickoff duties.
Yeah, Collinsville looking for onside. They're kind of changing their strategy here.
And it's not going to be an onside, but it's going to be very shallow, taken at about the 28-yard line, and not much room to move there. And the ball almost came loose, but luckily it looks like Romel Bollinger held on to it.
Yeah, credit Romel. When you're on that second level and that ball comes to you, the most important thing is just hang on to the rock, and he did so. Collinsville would take over possession here.
Well, we got about 4 yards on the return.
So big possession for Collinsville here with Centralia threatening. Collinsville's offense has not produced like it did in the first half.
Right.
Makes you wish you had a couple of those missed balls back, but at any rate, putting some points on the board would be huge for your Kahawks.
Yeah, their one possession here in the second half didn't amount to much. They went backwards more than anything. And we'll see if they can rectify that situation here. Loyal Patterson lines up as a wide receiver over here on this side.
Colton Rhodes changing the play from the sideline.
In motion is Matt Reynolds. He's back in there after missing that first offensive possession, and Colton Rhodes is not very happy.
Not happy at all.
Not happy at all that he had to waste a timeout. So Collinsville will call a timeout, and we will take a quick one as well. We're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Kahawk Stadium. 1st and 10 for Collinsville from their own 32-yard line after the Kahawks had to burn a timeout. And Chase Reynolds is back in shotgun, and the Mario Rogers Parrott gets the little underhand toss as he was coming in motion and got about 3 yards.
Yeah, credit Centralia's defensive secondary once again for coming up and filling. Just so when it looks like we have some space, their backs really come in, and they've kept our backs from getting in space and having really any big yardage plays.
Coming up on 4 minutes left to play here in quarter number 3. Collinsville would love to drive the ball down the field and put another touchdown up. Rogers Parrott lines up on the far side. Zach Priest in the slot. Loyal Patterson over here on this side. And one lone running back, and Chase Reynolds is going to throw behind the line of scrimmage to Priest. Priest gets a nice move eventually, or initially I meant to say, and then he gets it up to the 40-yard line.
He did.
That'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Their backs close so quickly. I mean, that you would think that would have been a first down play, and Priest was only able to get a yard or 2 after the catch. So huge 3rd down here for Collinsville in their own territory there from about the 40-yard line.
Talon Neighbors is in there as the running back now. Initially, when Coach gave me the first starting list for the first game, he said Neighbors is usually going to be our starter, but he's a little banged up, so he's getting his first game. Actually, he's going to get the handoff, and he's going to get a first down. Almost a face mask. Yep. Either a horse collar or a face mask, one of the two.
Something illegal, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Talon Neighbors gets his first carry of the year and almost got his head ripped off in the process.
He sure did. Boy, credit him for running north and south, though, right? I mean, he took that ball and just took off down the football field.
It looks like Neighbors ran into the guy, and that guy's still on the ground.
Got an injured Centralia player. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have a injury timeout, so we'll step aside here for just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
Jace Braulmeyer, the backup quarterback who plays on the defensive side of things for Centralia, is the one being helped off the field, and he is walking very gingerly.
Yeah, not sure what the injury is, but it's good to see him walk off on his own power, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, almost under his own power. He's got a coach on either side helping him.
Well, he's walking.
Yeah, he is. All right, after the 15-yard face mask penalty, Collinsville has the ball 1st and 10 from the Centralia 42-yard line. And we'll see if Collinsville can take this 15-yard gift and turn it into something positive. Habermill lines up as a wide receiver, or a tight end over on the right side. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far. Reynolds back to pass. He throws it deep, and he is going to be intercepted. And a flag on the play, and I believe that's going to go against Rogers Parrott.
Yeah, offensive pass interference. Chase just underthrows the football. Unless he held him beforehand.
Yeah, I don't think so. Made contact before the ball got there, so Rogers Parrott ended up playing defensive back, but maybe contacted him a little too soon.
Tange comes off the field. He didn't like what he heard. Wow, man. And, you know, we had a step on the defender, and the ball was just underthrown.
Offensive pass interference is the call, and you know what? Next time that there's a 15-yard penalty by Centralia, let's just decline it, because every time we get a 15-yard gift, we kind of go backwards.
Yeah, I mean, good play call. We had a step on the defender. Ball's just underthrown, and that's going to go down as a turnover for Collinsville. And all of a sudden, with 2:55 back, Centralia finds himself down. Just
touchdown and a 2-point conversion is all they need to tie it.
So looking for Collinsville's defense to come up big again, Todd.
Yeah. Been doing a pretty good job most of the night, except for that scoring drive that Centralia put together here just a little while ago. Here is Guai. He's going to hand the ball off to Brown. Brown goes up the middle and doesn't get very far.
Yeah, nice opening play for Collinsville's defense, because at this point you want the clock to run.
Yep.
And you want to keep field position.
Rome Richardson there on the tackle after a 1-yard gain by Brown.
Into the game, number 11, Kane Wyan?
Yep. And a pass caught, and a run's going to give him the first down, and I believe that may be Koch once again.
Yeah, Jamonte Thomas just over-pursued. He was set up to make that open field tackle, and Centralia goes back to the air, which is really where they've had the most success, right?
Yeah.
Surprised they went to the run game on the last series, but look for them to spread it out here.
Koch lines up as a slot receiver over here on this near side. 3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Here's a snap and a quick pass once again, but right through the hands of the intended receiver, which was Kenny Bratton.
Yeah, he was. Chase Reynolds was right on him the entire time. Even if he caught that ball, wouldn't have gone down for much yardage, but brings up 2nd and 10 for Centralia.
Stops the clock with 2 minutes left here in this third quarter.
Looks like their own 24.5-yard line.
Yeah. So we'll see what Centralia wants to dial up here. And 3 wide receivers again coming out on the right side of this formation. So basically the same formation. Brown is the lone running back. Here's the snap. Brown gets the handoff, goes up the middle, swings it a little bit to the left, but he is brought down, and this time he is brought down by Montre Kroom.
Yeah, nice tackle by Kroom, because it looked like the running back had some room, and this is a huge 3rd down for Collinsville's defense.
Yes, it is.
Because you're looking to get possession back here as we wind down towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 9. Maybe 3rd down and 8 is more like it, but we'll say 3rd down and 9. That's what's on the board. Same formation, and now Guai back to pass, throws it down the middle, and boy, oh boy, I thought for a minute there that was going to be picked off. Koch He almost had it, but it looked to me for a second there like Jamonte Thomas was going to step in front of him and snag that ball.
Yeah, and I don't know how he catches that football. Oh, it went
did.
down as an incomplete?
Oh, yeah, he knocked it out at the last second.
Oh, man, nice play. Huge stand once again by your Kahok defense. Credit those guys. They have come up every time they've been asked to tonight. Other than the one touchdown, but we won't talk about that.
Back to punt, Keaton Morgan.
How about a run back for a touchdown here?
Loyal Patterson will go back to his 40-yard line. He hasn't been able to corral a kick all night long. We'll see if he can get a hold of one. High snap, and the ball is blocked. And it's going to be a real short kick. And Centralia finally jumps on it. And now it's picked up by Collinsville. Here is Tanguay. Tanguay is going down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, senior big Mike Tanguay. You know, sometimes you get rewarded when you're in pursuit. He picks up the loose ball. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Collinsville's in business with 1:05 left in the third quarter.
Well, that's a big turn of events right there. That's the second time that our special teams have got in there and blocked a punt. Tanguay gets a big slap on the helmet from Coach Rhodes as he comes over. And now it's up to the offense to turn this into some points.
You know, there's a term in football called playmaker, and that was a play made by a playmaker, senior Michael Tanguay.
Collinsville's got the ball first and goal from their opponent's 3-yard line. And in shotgun, Reynolds. He's going to hand the ball off to Rome. No, he's going to keep it. Nice fake. In for the touchdown, Chase Reynolds.
Chase Reynolds with a nice fake. He faked us out. He faked the defense out. He pulls the ball. Looked like a handoff run option there out of Reynolds. He tucks the ball, and he's in to go to pay dirt. What a huge swing of events for your Kahawks here at Collinsville. Your Kahawk crazies are running the flag. There's Kendra Ledbetter, dressed in a red, white, and blue, and all of a sudden, things look a lot better for our Kahawks here with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you are not kidding. A big swing of events coming up here. And the extra point try is good by Matt Reynolds, and Collinsville has a 21-6 lead. Everybody can breathe just a little bit better now, but it's not over yet, folks. We still have 1 minute to go in the third quarter, and we're back to tell you about the next possession by Centralia after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
We are back here at Kahawk Stadium. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey on the microphones with you. We have a whole host of characters coming up here helping us out. So,
and just a short time ago, it was 14-6, and they were threatening us in our territory. All of a sudden, it's 21-6, courtesy of Collinsville Special Teams.
And a kickoff is going to be handled by Brown. Oh, and a big hit down there around the 28-yard line. And now a late flag comes in.
Mike Brown, the receiver.
Not sure what that flag is. Everything looked pretty clean. Side judge comes in, line judge with a flag.
Personal foul against Collinsville.
Got to be some language involved on that one.
I don't know. I think he threw that up in the air before anybody had a chance to talk.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a quick flag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Surely it wasn't on the tackle.
I don't know. Yeah, if he said something wrong, then it would have been,
I guess they called it on the tackle. I mean, that was an open field tackle.
Yeah, it was a big hit.
At any rate.
Well, a bit of a gift here for Centralia. And the Orphans have the ball first and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 55.1 seconds left here in this third quarter. And the handoff is going to go to Brown. He goes up the middle and has a little bit more success than what he's been getting all night. He's finally brought down by a whole host of Kahok tacklers right at the midfield stripe.
Credit him for holding on to that football. Devin Habermail was just trying to rip that ball out of his hands, and he was not going to give up the rock.
No.
One more play here in the fourth quarter, unless
I
it's an incomplete pass, I guess.
Yeah. Guai, he's back to pass. He is looking and he's throwing and he is going to overthrow it and almost picked off by Collinsville. That was very, very close by Loyal Patterson, almost coming up with that interception.
Yeah, you know what? Great coverage, though. Credit our defensive backs for not letting that receiver get behind him.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Loyal almost had a pick, but, man, that's a great defensive play by Collinsville secondary.
So that will bring up a third down and about 2 to go for a first down here. 15.5 seconds left on this clock. Three wide receivers on the far side, one over here on the near side. Brown, the lone running back, he'll get the ball, and he will get the first down, and he's going to have more. And he's going to be finally brought down from behind by Habermill, but not before he gets all the way up to the 27-yard line. Another big pickup there by Mike Brown. Well, we'll stop the clock while they move the chains, and then they'll start it back up, and that'll probably do it for this third quarter. And yes, Centralia is already heading over to the sideline. So the third quarter is coming up next after a brief break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Centralia trying to answer the touchdown that Collinsville just put on the board here moments ago. As the Orphans now have a 1st and 10 in Collinsville territory down to the Kahok 27-yard line. Three wide receivers over here on the left side, one on the right side. Brown remains the lone running back. Guwai is in shotgun, and now we have a whistle on the play before we can even get anything going on here, and a timeout called by Collinsville, which is really strange right after a timeout due to the quarter change. So we will go ahead and take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. Timeout by Collinsville. That leaves them with just one timeout left. They had to take one earlier in the third quarter when they had a hard time adjusting to a new play call. On the offensive side of things, and now Collinsville uses a timeout on the defensive side of things, so we'll see what Centralia has dialed up here. They stay with the same formation, three wideouts left. One right, Brown the lone running back. High snap, and he takes care of it. Brown does, and he'll get tackled again by Devin Habermill after a pickup of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up a second down. Well, they're only going to give him 1 yard, so second down and 9. Ball close to the 25-yard line. Same formation, 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Brown stays in there right behind Guwai. Here's the snap, and back to passes Guwai. He's going to throw it up the sideline, and that one's going to be caught out of bounds, but not going to matter because Collinsville committed some pass interference there, and that's going to give the Orphans another free first down.
Well, the name of the game here in the fourth quarter is ball control, right, Todd?
Yeah.
And so you hate to give up free yardage, but I think that's exactly what Collinsville's done if they're going to step it off. Yeah, looks like they are.
Yeah. Oh, you can see it was plain as day pass interference over there. So the Kahawks not helping themselves out here on defense. Got called for a couple of infractions on the defensive side of the ball here tonight.
Pass interference called on Collinsville.
I think we need to move the chains.
Yeah,
fellas.
probably.
They're just hanging out over there.
Yeah, well, the guy with the down marker is in the right spot.
Unless it's, no, it's still outside the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
So
it
here
is.
they go.
Yeah.
It'll be first down.
Yeah, they'll wait for the chains to be moved before they can get this play off. And now that they have been, now we can start the play clock. 11:20 left here in this fourth quarter, so this is by no means in the bank yet.
Now, Collinsville's fortunate from special teams play because we've really, tale of two halves. Collinsville outplayed Centralia the first half, and we've gotten outplayed here in the second half, but the points are in our favor.
Yep, here's a handoff to Brown, goes up the left side and gets taken down from behind, but not before he gets inside the 5-yard line, close to where he needed to be for a first down.
Yeah, that's right, and Kane Wyon tried his best to strip that ball. Credit the Centralia running backs. Collinsville was really aggressive trying to strip the football, and they're not having much luck.
Yeah, Brown is having a much better time running the ball in this second half than he did in the first half.
Well, you know, football is all about adjustments, right?
Yeah.
And looks like Centralia's offensive coordinator has done a pretty good job. We'll see if Collinsville can't make a nice defensive stand here at their own goal line.
We'll flip the line of scrimmage as far as receivers. 3 right, 1 left. Brown the lone running back. And he will take the handoff once again. And Michael Tange gets his hands on him first. And I don't think he got any farther than the original line of scrimmage.
No, Tange came through from the other side and tackled the running back from behind.
Man, that's a big-time player change going on over there by Centralia.
I was just going to say, there's a whole new. Well, they just brought in all the big
guys.
fellas. Yeah. Just brought the the tractor trailers are all in here for Centralia. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a hard count, but with all these new guys.
How about 6'4", 270? That is Gavin Jolliffe, number 75.
Time to lick
and
your
now
chops,
under
fellas.
center. Here's a handoff, and that one is going to go up the right side, and it's going to be stopped, but I believe that they got enough for the first down, so it's going to bring up a 1st and goal.
Yeah. The only good news is that's going to keep the clock running, which is huge right now.
It is. And now we're going to stop the clock. That's an official timeout.
Going to do a measurement?
I guess. Is it that close? Kind of looks like it, but I don't see the chain gang moving. Yeah, they're okay. There they come. Had to wait for the referee to get over there and grab that link that's right along the 10-yard line, so he knows where to set everything down. And we will see here in just a moment.
Looks like they got it.
They got the first down.
The call is first down for Centralia. That'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal for the Orphans inside the 5-yard line. And the way that they've been running the ball, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do that again.
Yeah, but it looks like they went back with their original starters, right? Or they still got the big guys in there?
They still got the big guys in there.
They still got them in there.
They're going to go ahead and run. They got an I formation set up now. And the handoff is going to go to the deep man, and that is going to be a touchdown scored by Keaton Morgan.
Yeah, Centralia goes with old school, hard-nosed, ground-and-pound football. It's going to be good to bring them another 6 points. Right now, as it sits, it's 21-12. You wonder if Centralia goes for 2 here, if they kick the extra point, and then try to go for 2 if it comes down to it.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and kick this one.
At any rate, Collinsville has to get a couple first downs. That's the name of the game here.
And Caden Taylor is on once again to try an extra point. Here is the snap. It's low, and the hold is blocked. Oh, boy. And you know what? Wouldn't be anybody else but Devin Havermel.
Man, I saw him back there licking his chops. He was kind of scooting around. He comes through, blocks that point after try, high steps down the football field, and that is another huge special teams play for your Collinsville Kahawks to keep it at 21-12 with 9:25 left in the fourth quarter.
That's exactly right. So Collinsville will get the ball back again. We will take a timeout, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Don't forget about the Collinsville Junior Service Club's Golf Scramble coming up on Sunday, October 6th at Arlington Greens Golf Course. If you would like more information, call 618-210-7273. Back here at Kahawk Stadium, 21-12 in favor of Collinsville. And the Kahawks get the ball back, but a onside kick is going to be jumped on, but now the ball is loose. Who has it? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, boy.
And Centralia says they have it. Referees say Centralia has. No, they don't. Do they? Yeah, they do. Yep, they do. Oh, boy. Here we go.
All you have to do is retain possession and chew the clock, but here we go. We're going to ask Collinsville's defense to answer the call once again.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Orphans.
Now, the good news, if there is any, Centralia's down 9 points.
Yeah.
So it's still a two-possession game.
Yeah, you can't. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion still would give Collinsville a 1-point lead, but there's still a lot of time left. 9:23 left to play here in this fourth quarter. So Centralia has the ball back once again. I think it's time for Collinsville to. Never mind. See ya. Brown's off to the races again. That is going to be a 49-yard run for pay dirt for Mike Brown. And back-to-back touchdowns by Centralia.
Talk about a back-and-forth football game.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. Lots of emotions going back and forth. Collinsville looks like they're in the driver's seat to chew up clock. They give up possession on an onside kick, and then the first play from scrimmage, give up a run right up the middle to give up another 6 points. And it's 21-18 Collinsville. All of a sudden, we have a nail-biter.
Centralia is going to go ahead and try to kick another extra point here. Right now, Collinsville is up by a field goal. And here's a high snap this time, and this time the kick is up, and it is good. So the kicker, Caden Taylor, finally gets one to go through the uprights. He janked one off of the post earlier, and then he had the last one blocked. And this time he actually gets that one to go through. So 21-19 in favor of Collinsville. We take another break. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5600. 5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Collinsville brings up more players up front at the 50-yard line to try to stop another onside kick try if that's what they want to do here. And that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Oh, he hits our player first, though. That shouldn't count. Looks like
penalty.
Looks like Collinsville got on top of that ball first, but there are no
call the
flags.
penalty?
Yeah, he knocked our player out of the way just when he was about ready to catch that ball.
You just can't do that.
No. No penalty on the play, but thank God Collinsville came up with it because
my goodness,
they weren't going to throw that flag, were they?
My goodness.
Man, oh man.
Well, at any rate, it's Collinsville's job to come up with a few first downs or just a big play. How about a big play, Todd,
Yeah,
right?
I hear you.
Put a nail in this thing.
Well, I don't even think a nail is any time in our future, man. There's still 9:09 left. It feels like we've been stuck in this 9-minute mark for about the last 7 minutes. So Chase Reynolds back in shotgun. He'll hand the ball off, and up the middle it'll go. How about a little bit of a bigger play there by Neighbors? Talon Neighbors gets enough for a first down. It's going to be real close.
Exactly what we need, Todd. Exactly what we need. Ground and pound, chew the clock.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was going to say not so fast with the chains. That looks like it might have been a little short, but they're going to go ahead and move them. Man.
Wind that clock, baby.
The guy on the line judge on the far side had him past the first down marker, but the one on this near side had him on the other side of it. So I don't know, but at any rate, that's a first down. Collinsville will go back at it again. 2 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. They're going to hand it off to Neighbors again, and Neighbors will get across the line of scrimmage and pick up about 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 yards. Nice hard-nosed run. Collinsville is in the getting first downs business, Todd.
Yeah, I would let this play clock run down to as far as you can and start just chewing up time.
You would think, but you also hate to interrupt ebb and flow.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
true.
got to get first downs here.
2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near. That is Mario Rogers Parrott over here on the near side. Neighbors stays in and as the running back. Chase Reynolds is in shotgun. Now
Yeah,
they are
they're
going to
run
run the play clock down. And Reynolds with 5 seconds left. He's ready to go. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to be faked, and Reynolds is going to get a first down. And all you got to do is hold on to the ball. He didn't. It's down, and Centralia has it.
Ooh, boy. Dial up your Kahawk defense once again. Collinsville turns the ball over. What would have been a first down. Senior quarterback Chase Reynolds coughs up the football.
Got it ripped out of his hands is what it did. 21-19 in favor of Collinsville, but Centralia once again will have the ball on offense. 7:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Centralia brings out the big dogs again up front. They've been in the business of big plays, so look for Collinsville's linebacking core to try to stay home and prevent that big play.
They took advantage of 4 Salem fumbles last week, and we'll see what they want to do this week. And about a 3-yard gain there by Mike Brown.
Well, just when it looked like he was going to bust loose, senior Devin Habermel stayed home. And I'll tell you what, man, that Brown's getting to our second level. And we're going to have to ask our second level to come up huge and just keep this clock ticking.
Clock is ticking, 7:20 and counting. 3 wide receivers over here on the left side, 1 on the far side. Brown, the lone running back, and we're going to throw now, and that one's going to be to Koch. Koch is going to break 1 tackle, and then instead of turning the ball and running north, he ran it a little bit toward the far sideline, but he has enough for the first down.
Sure does. They're going to stop the clock to move the chains. And the referee is winding the clock.
Yeah. They didn't stop the clock at all.
No.
Play clock or the game clock.
The referee's thirsty.
Yeah.
I'll take it, though.
Centralia, they're not wasting any time either. They want to score. Collinsville trying to prevent that. Here's a handoff once again to Brown, and Brown will get stopped at the line of scrimmage, then gets puts backwards, but he'll get forward progress up to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Yeah, looks like Centralia has 3 timeouts left. Collinsville has 1.
Yeah, they had to
That's
burn that one
accurate.
earlier on offense. Then they had to burn one a little while ago on defense.
Well, Collinsville just needs to come up with a stop here on a 2nd and 10, right?
Yeah. Job right now is to get the ball back, prevent any further scoring. 6:15 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Once again, Guwai in shotgun, movement up front. Didn't call it.
Oh, there's a false start on the other tackle.
And
they
now
missed that.
Yeah,
oh, hopefully he got it.
He got it. They blew the whistle. It's
Yeah.
a false start, so that'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Flag on the play. False start.
Stops the clock with 6:02 left to play.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So now the ball back on Centralia's 32-yard line. 3 wide receivers again over here on this left side, 1 on the right side. Guwai is in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass again. He scrambles, steps up and runs, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage plus maybe about a yard.
Yeah, big 3rd down play here, and kind of interesting with 3 timeouts. If we happen to stop them, do you think they punt and try to get a turnover, get the ball back, or do you think they risk giving up field position? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. 3rd down and 8. Guwai in shotgun, goes back to pass, looks down the middle, throws down the middle, and he had Coke wide open, and just out of the outstretched hand of Devin Habermill, he was almost there to knock it away.
Habermill was very, very, very close, but he just couldn't get a hand on that ball. That's a huge 3rd down play for the Centralia Orphans. Plenty of time on the clock for those guys.
Now on the Kahawks.
Under 5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter.
They might start thinking about clock management at this point.
Yeah. Same formation. 3 left, 1 right. Brown, the lone running back. He's going to get the hand up, but we have a flag on the play, and it's offside against Collinsville.
Flag on the play.
Senior Chase Reynolds was offsides. Lined up offsides, I think.
Yeah, usually they...
No, it had to have been a lineman. Chase would have been given cushion.
Yeah, and usually these guys on the edges will ask the referee if they're okay where they lined up, and they'll tell them yes or no. So that cuts it down in half. So 1st and 5 now for Centralia. They're in Collinsville territory at the Kahok 42-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Brown. Brown gets wrapped up as soon as he gets a hold of the ball, and he'll be brought down, and I think he lost a yard.
Yeah, nice play by Collinsville's interior. Oh, that should be on Centralia.
Yeah.
At least the referee was around the Centralia players when he threw it. We shall see. No?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Collinsville.
What?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
He threw the flag when he was in a bunch of Centralia players, but I don't know. My goodness, this has just been.
It's a flag fest against the Kahawks here tonight, that's for sure. They have given up a number of 15-yard penalties.
Yeah, totally opposite from the East game. We were very disciplined that game.
Yeah. So here's another handoff to Brown, and Brown tries the right side and gets brought backwards. Now everybody just get up and go back to your huddle.
That's it. Play the game.
Don't talk, don't spike the ball, don't kick, don't scream.
Got 3 more downs to stop them. And march the ball down the field and get out of here with a W. How about it?
4 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Centralia on the move, but they lost a yard on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 from the Kahawks' 29-yard line. Once again, Brown is a lone running back. 3 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Guwai is in shotgun. He takes the snap. He is going to try to move, and he is going to be brought down. You got to blow the whistle before he gets hurt, man.
Oh,
see?
Gosh darn it.
Well, you know, the referee was blowing the whistle, and they wouldn't stop. When the referee blows the whistle, and the guy is down, you let go.
Man, oh, man, that is just an unfortunate mental error. You're in the driver's seat. That's 20, that's 22, is that right? No, 12. That was Montre Kroom with the extra shove. That's just a unbelievable change of events for Collinsville.
Man, oh man. Things have gone from bad to worse here. Well, I mean, they had the quarterback in their grasp, so they blew the whistle so no one would get hurt.
You're going to get a penalty every time.
Collinsville didn't stop.
And you should get a penalty.
Yeah. 2nd down and 5 now for Centralia. Ball now on Collinsville's 23-yard line. And the handoff will go to Brown, and Brown will get wrapped up just beyond the line of scrimmage. And now they blew the whistle, and now, let go. They had him wrapped up. Referees blew the whistle so no one gets hurt. That's why they do that, so no one gets injured.
Yeah, but it was a little overzealous on throwing the hands up as if the last penalty was uncalled for. Like, just play the game, fellas.
So 3rd down and 5. Crowd trying to get loud here for the Kahawks defense. They need a big stop here, and they need one on the next 2 downs because they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't make it here on 3rd.
The
Same
kicker
formation.
they might try to kick it.
Same formation, 3 left, 1 right. Brown, he is the lone running back, stands behind Guai, and Guai is going to pass. He gets hit as he throws the ball, and a big open field hit before he threw the ball by John Thomas.
Yeah, he took a lick on that one. Credit Collinsville's defensive coaching staff for dialing up the right blitz. And this football game is going to come down, at least right now for Collinsville, to this 4th down play.
A big 4th down and 5 coming up.
Don't jump off sides.
No. Centralia, as I mentioned, they're going to go for it. Same formation. 3 wide receivers over here on the left, 1 on the right. Brown remains the lone running back. Guai in shotgun, trying to bark out some signals, see if he can get anybody to jump offside.
Like Collinsville's dialing up a blitz.
Play clock, plenty of time, down to 15 seconds. Looks like Centralia wanted
They
to change the play.
don't know what the play is. They're going to have to take a timeout.
They are, and they have. That is the first timeout by the Orphans. They now have 2 left, 2 minutes, 32 seconds left on the clock. And we have a whale of a finish going on to this one. Ball on Collinsville's 23-yard line, 4th down and 5. And the Kahawks need to dial up one more stop.
Oh, baby, a little chess match here, huh?
Yeah.
A little chess match to see what's going on. Now, credit Collinsville's crowd for being so loud that Centralia could not get that play call out to their wideouts, and that's what forced them to take a timeout. And I look for Collinsville to be aggressive here. Why not? They play aggressive. You know, you're probably not dial up an all-out blitz, but you're probably going to send somebody.
They had almost everybody up at the line of scrimmage before that play got called for a timeout.
We'll see.
Well, we'll find out here in just a moment. Centralia, they just now breaking huddle over there on the sideline. So they're going to go with the same lineup they have been. This whole time they've been driving the ball. It's 3 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and Brown, the lone running back. So that has not changed. Guai in shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass, throws, and has the man open at the 15-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down by Centralia.
Man, great ball out of the Centralia quarterback, a quick slant pass. They knew we were bringing the blitz. Quarterback puts the ball on the money. All of a sudden, it's 1st and 16, 15.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
10 from the 15-yard line.
So Centralia can get another 1st down to the 5. Orphans trail by 2.
Now they're in field goal territory.
Yeah, they are.
Collinsville needs a turnover, Todd.
That would be nice. Now they switch it up a little bit. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Brown remains the running back.
We got a mismatch on the wide side.
And Brown will go up the middle, and he'll be brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 21, Mike Brown, the ball carrier, stopped by.
Big stop there by Habermill and Montre Kroom in on the tackle.
2nd and 10.
Second and 10 from the Kahawks 15-yard line.
Lots of drama building here at Kahok Stadium. Crowds on their feet. Once again relying on the Kahawk defense.
We'll see if they can dial something up special here. Here's the snap and the fake handoff to Brown. Go is on the run and he gets brought down after maybe a half a yard.
Nice pursuit out of your Kahawk defensive line. Receivers were covered up. Clock down to 58. They've got 2 timeouts left. So look for them to try for this 3rd down, and if they don't get it, they're going to run the clock down and try for a field goal.
Well, if they don't have any more gain of yardage here, you're looking at probably a 32, 33-yard field goal. We're down to 44 seconds left on the clock, but Collinsville now will use their last timeout. So the Kahawks are out of timeouts. Collinsville's up 21-19, 44.2 seconds left. And Collinsville needs at least one more big stop here. And then we'll see how Centralia wants to play it. Do they go for it on 4th down or do they try to kick a field goal? Their field goal kicker has hit the upright and he has had a kick blocked and he finally made an extra point on the last touchdown.
Now I will say on the extra point, he does have plenty of leg.
Yeah?
You know, so, whoo, baby. Well, everybody's getting their money's worth tonight for those of you that stayed tuned in. Tale of 2 halves. Collinsville dominates the first half but fails to complete several touchdown chances. Leaves some points on the board. Centralia makes some adjustments, comes out, really controlled this second half, and then came up with a couple of big plays and a turnover. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Plus the onside kick that resulted in the touchdown that they're up, or they just scored a little while ago. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. Brown, the lone running back. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Guai in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw quickly, and it's off the hands of Kahok, who has been sure-handed most of the night. And now it's 4th down. We'll see what Centralia wants to do here.
That ball was on the money. They're going to try to kick a field goal.
They are. Here comes Caden Taylor.
I would too.
Yep.
Now here's what you can't do. You can't jump off sides
No.
on this.
No, wouldn't give him the 1st down anyway, but it'd get him a little bit closer.
Right.
And that's what you don't need. This one is going to be, actually, I mentioned, from about 32 yards away.
How about Habermill comes through with a block, huh?
32-yard field goal try with 40 seconds left to play here in this 4th quarter. The holder is Xavier Kahok, who just missed that pass. Here's a snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way. It's no good. It's going to be short. And Collinsville is going to hold on to win this game.
Yes, sir. Credit special teams. Number 3, Romel Ballinger breaks through and really wrecks that field goal try out of Centralia. Man, oh man, Todd. I think I need some blood pressure medication
You're
or
not
something.
kidding, man. Need some Mylanta.
My goodness gracious. Well, hey, listen. The way this half's gone, there's still 36.4 seconds.
They can only stop the clock twice, can Centralia.
I mean, we got to at least hike the ball, right?
Yeah.
My goodness, what a night here at Kahok Stadium. If you wanted excitement, you got it, ladies and gentlemen.
Man. You got to make sure all your guys stay on the sideline. You don't want any bench infractions because both teams have been warned once. Oh, boy. Into the kneeling position we will go. And Centralia knows they can only stop the clock twice, so they're not going to bother using their timeouts because it wouldn't do them much good. So Collinsville just needs to do this. Well, actually, they don't need to do it at all.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run out.
Yep. They're going to let the clock run out, and Collinsville is going to hold on and win this thing by a final score of 21-19. And I hear you, blood pressure medicine.
What a battle here tonight. My goodness. Credit both teams. Congratulations on your Collinsville Kahawks for their first win of the season. That's a good way to rebound from a loss against Belleville East.
Yeah, both teams now are 1-1 on the year. Collinsville will head on the road for the first time this year and go to Carbondale to take on the Terriers, and the Centralia Orphans will have a road game up here in the Metro East again. They're at Waterloo next week.
I'm speechless. I can't even hardly breathe, Todd. My goodness, I'm so happy for our guys. You know, it's just a game, but coming out of here with a W, these guys have worked hard all summer.
Yep.
And they certainly earned it. And credit to Centralia for coming back and fighting in the second half. Right? Good football team.
Sure was.
But the good news is we get to walk out of here with the W.
Thank you very much, sir. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate you as always.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey, and now it is time for us to transition into the post-game show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. Give them a call for carry-out orders, 618-855-9007. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Kahawks hold on tonight and win a thrilling finish to this game, 21-19. Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator, joining us now on the other microphone. Congratulations, Coach. That was tough.
It's over.
I know.
It's over. I don't know what else to say. That second half was a clinic on how to lose a game you should win by 20.
Yeah, that's true. Collinsville had a number of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties tonight, and I'm sure that's going to be a point of emphasis the next time you guys all get together.
It will be. Coach Rhodes has always been a culture guy, and he's always had this, team first mentality that we have, and this is a lot of selfish plays. I don't care if you think it should have been called, if you don't think it should have been called, if it was one of those like referee shouldn't be impacting the game, it doesn't matter. If you put yourself in a situation for somebody else to make a call that could affect the game, that's on you. You got to be better. You got to be smarter. We can't be doing little things that we think are okay that we shouldn't be doing. There's no reason for that. We know to stop at the whistle. We know to hand the ball to the referee. We know to make sure that we only focus on K-Hawks. We don't talk to any other team. But that'll be a point of emphasis, like you said. You just got to make sure that it's all for one.
All right, let's talk about some fun stuff. How about Rome Richardson, a 10-yard touchdown run and a 1-yard touchdown run in the first half, and he looked pretty good.
He did look really good. He's been kind of bouncing back and forth. He was a JV running back the past couple years just because we knew he ran the ball hard. He was a physical kid. He's a really good football player. And going into the summer, we're just like, well, we're not getting the production. We don't have the depth at running back like we've had in the past. We don't have that, superstar dead set horse running back like we've had in the past. And we're like, well, we're just going to go by committee. Let's give Rome some carries because we know he's going to run downhill. He's going to run hard. And he just showed – you see it on defense. He's a very hard-nosed kid. He's always going to be where he needs to be, not afraid to lower his shoulder, put the hit stick on somebody. And it's really nice to have a running back like that we know if we need 2-3 yards, we got somebody to push in there.
And later in the second half, you guys brought in Talon Neighbors, and he had some immediate success right off the bat.
He has been a good running back, learning the position, and he's definitely going to have his opportunities moving forward. We like what Talon brings. Glad he's on the team now, and we're going to give him a lot more run this week of practice, and we'll see where it goes from there. I think he is one of the secret weapons, missing pieces that we have just waiting. And when he takes off, I think our offense is going to end up taking off. Getting that extra little burst of speed is really going to help us.
Chase Reynolds, 98 yards on the ground. And the thing I want to talk about Chase is more about having to do with your offensive line because although last week was tough and they flushed Chase out of the pocket a bunch last week, they never did register a quarterback sack against him. No quarterback sacks tonight against Reynolds by Centralia. So he's got those feet moving and he stays out of trouble back there.
Chase is always looking to make a play. Sometimes it kind of gets him into trouble because he knows that he can escape pretty much anybody that's coming. So he's going to miss an occasional receiver, but when he gets it down, he's going to be electric because not many teams are going to be able to take him down. And once he figures out, like earlier in the first half, for instance, when he had Amari open, he'll see that next week. And from now on, he's going to see that on film and realize, okay, I can escape. And now I know exactly where my guys are, and it's just he's just a work in progress right now. Like I said, he's a potential D1 running back, and he knows that he's a D1 running back, and we just got to make sure that he is doing everything that he can to make sure to make a big play and understand that his teammates are there, his line is blocking for him, and when he needs to make a play, he needs to make a play.
I'm telling you, man, when him and Devin Habermill can finally hook up on a nice pass, because they missed each other a bunch early in that contest, but that's going to be some fun to watch.
Yes, that will be fun to watch. It's coming. I promise you it's coming. We are very close. There was a number of plays in that first half that we were a step behind, a yard too far, one missed block. Like, we were very close to putting this game away early, and we didn't. So we got to find out why. We got to fix that, and we got to make sure that when we get up 14-0 and we have a chance to make it 21, 28, 35-0 in the first half, we got to do it. We cannot continue to put ourselves in situations like this, and we just got to keep making progress. We got to win. Yeah, it sucks. It feels like a loss, but at the end of the day, it says more on the K-Hawk side than the Orphan side, so we'll take it for today. We're 1-1. But we're on to Carbondale now.
Yeah, and we'll stick with number 9 for a minute. I know that you're the offensive guy, but defensively, man, 7 solo tackles, assisted on 9 other tackles, and had 3 quarterback sacks tonight. He is just all over the place.
He's a monster.
He is.
There's nothing else about it. He is one of the better players in the southern half of the state, if not the entire state of Illinois. I don't care what those stupid recruit rankings is. He's not the 71st best player in Illinois. He's definitely top 20. He's a great player, offense, defense. He's very undervalued, underappreciated, and Devin Habermill is one of the Kahok great football players that's come through this program, and people will realize that soon enough.
Yep. Thanks for the visit, man.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
That is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator here for your Collinsville Kahawks. Kahawks, hold on tight, and pulled this one out tonight by a final score of 21-19. Big thank you for Coach Rhodes. Colton Rhodes joining us in the pregame show. Coach Cordes joining us in the postgame show. A big thank you again to everybody involved up here in the booth. That includes Zach Roseman giving us the defensive tackling stats, and on the offensive side of the stats machine, that is Andy Sullins. And, of course, a big thank you to my broadcast partner, Dr. Chris McCluskey. My name is Todd Duke. Next week we'll be in Carbondale for week number 3. We'll be on the air at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Between now and then, we have a little soccer action here at Kahok Stadium for you on Tuesday as the O'Fallon Panthers come to town. Then Thursday, we're on the road to cover the Lady Kahawks volleyball team at Granite City. So, until all that happens, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your weekend. Collinsville wins it again tonight. Final score 21-19. Good night, everyone.